icon.
Who creates our reality? We do, but there's a big proviso on that, which I'll come to as we go along. How do we do it? How do we create this reality? Well, when you look at computers and the internet and Wi-Fi, that is just a technological extension, a technological expression of how we create the reality we think is so real. There's probably Wi-Fi in this building, and if there is, where is it? No one can see it. And if you said to someone who knew nothing about computers or Wi-Fi or internet, in this room is a field of possibility, probability, and information that you can access anywhere in the world and pull onto a screen that anyone anywhere in the world with a computer can see. People didn't know about computers, they didn't know about Wi-Fi. They'd say, "You're mad. Where is it? My five senses cannot see it, therefore it cannot exist. Where is it?" But of course, when you get to a position today where people know about Wi-Fi, they know about computers and the internet, and you say, "You know, there's a field of information in this room, and you can get, oh yeah, Wi-Fi, yeah, I know about that. And you know the difference between load of rubbish, mate, and yeah, I know about that. Information, that's all it is." And we are interacting with this infinite field of consciousness, of possibility and potentialities in exactly the same way. And it's like cosmic Wi-Fi. And I call it also the cosmic internet. We interact with it on a waveform level, on the electromagnetic level, on the electrical level. And we manifest this world we think is so real in the same way that a computer manifests the world of the internet. People, you say to people, "What is the internet?" They would say, "It's websites and it's graphics and it's moving pictures and it's images and it's text." Yes, it is. But only on the screen. Nowhere else is the internet like that. Everywhere else it's radiation information fields and electronic coding and all that stuff. Only on the screen does the internet we perceive as the internet exist. The only place this reality we call five-sense physical reality, the physical world, exists, is in our heads. When we have decoded it in just the same basic way that a computer decodes Wi-Fi. The foundation of this reality, this construct we call the universe, this interactive reality we call the universe, is waveform information. And through the five senses, the waveform information becomes electrical information and then becomes holographic / digital information as we construct a reality, just like a computer constructs that reality from Wi-Fi in our heads. The world we're convinced is outside of us, because that's how we experience it, is actually inside of us. Even words are waveform, the same process. As I'm speaking now, my vocal cords are creating waveform vibrational fields of information. Only when the hearer decodes that information from the waveform to the language that we perceive that I'm speaking now, only then do we hear the words. It's not words that pass between us. It's information fields that become words when they are decoded into language. So the waveform becomes the digital, becomes the holographic, illusory physical, and that's the reality we are experiencing. Now this I'll come to shortly, puts this whole extraterrestrial UFO arena into a completely different light. A light where those that have described their experiences which from a 5 sense perceptual level sound impossible and ridiculous, can be quite logically and easily explained. What are the 5 senses? They take waveform information, they turn it into electrical information, they communicate that to the brain, and the brain decodes that into digital and holographic information that we call the external world. These different parts of the brain specialize in decoding from different senses, and then the brain as a whole constructs this reality. This decoding of this information is done like this. This is from a mainstream science magazine. Every second, 11 million sensations crackle along these brain pathways. The brain is confronted with an alarming array of images, sounds, and smells, which it rigorously filters down until it is left with a manageable list of around 40 from 11 million. Thus, 40 sensations per second make up what we perceive as reality. The possibilities for manipulating that reality are infinite. Losing time on an abduction, piece of cake. And I was seeing a video this week by a neuroscientist who was saying that the way the brain constructs reality, in the way I'm describing, is from prior expectations. What it perceives reality to be is how it will construct reality. Now that connection is so massively opening the door to perceptual manipulation. But I would go another step, and I would say, rather than prior expectations, to a very, very large extent, they are programmed expectations. Programmed expectations that come from a lifetime of programming that we call human life. This neuroscientist also said that the I, or me, is a controlled hallucination generated by the brain. Well, it might be generated by the brain or from the brain, but it's generated via the brain. Because what is the brain decoding to create this controlled hallucination? Information received. Control that, you control the hallucination. The reality that we experience is generated by information received by the brain and interpreted by perception. We keep coming back to the same word because this is the foundation of everything. So, one of these controlled hallucinations is that the world is outside of us when it's here, all along. And if you can manipulate a computer to dictate what it takes from the Wi-Fi field and puts on the screen, so you can do the same with humanity if you know what you're talking about. But this is gives you an idea of how crazy it is. This is by a scientist called Robert Lanza in a book called Biocentrism. And he's describing what happens for us to see a candle and a flame, just a simple thing like that. The flame, he said, is emitting photons or tiny packets of electromagnetic energy, each pulsing electrically and magnetically. These invisible electromagnetic waves strike a human retina, and if and only if the waves happen to measure between 400 and 700 nanometers in length from crest to crest, then their energy is just right to deliver a stimulus to the 8 million cone-shaped cells in the retina. Each in turn send an electrical pulse to a neighbor neuron, and up the line this goes at 250 miles per hour until it reaches the optical lobe of the brain. This is the piece at the back of the brain that decodes visual reality, in the back of the head. There, a cascading complex of neurons fire from the incoming stimuli, and we subjectively perceive this experience as a yellow brightness occurring in a place we have been conditioned to call the external world. the reality that we think we're experiencing is nothing like what we're really experiencing. Does a falling tree make a noise? Only if you hear it. What? That's crazy. No, it's not. Because when a falling tree makes a noise, just as my voice becoming words has to have a decoder, receiver to do that, another person, so the tree falls, what it does is disturb the energetic field and create a vibrational disturbance. If there's no one there, then it makes no noise. If there's someone there, that disturbance is decoded by the hearing senses into electrical form, sent to the brain, and the brain hears the sound of what we call a tree falling. Now, put all this together, and suddenly these apparently fantastic, impossible descriptions of experiences by people who say they've interacted with extraterrestrial beings, entities, takes on a whole new level of simple explanation. Everything we call real, said Niels Bohr, another great pioneer of quantum physics. Everything we call real is made of things that cannot be regarded as real. This is an atom. We're told that atoms make up the physical world, and that's why it's physical. The atom has no solidity. You've got the nucleus, you've got the electrons going around it, and the space between them is absolutely fantastic. The space that is depicted on this screen is only there to get it on the screen. In truth, it is vastly greater than that. Atoms that have no solidity, and in the end, if you go deep enough, the nucleus and the electrons have no solidity, cannot a solid world make. But it doesn't have to, because the world isn't solid. Currently, I am walking around in my own head, my own perception, my own controlled hallucination. Here's a great quote. If the nucleus of an atom were the size of a peanut, the atom would be about the size of a baseball stadium. If we lost all the dead space inside our atoms, we would each be able to fit into a particle of dust, and the entire human race would fit into the volume of a sugar cube. There is no physical, only the decoded perception of it. What we call physical reality is holographic, that actually is not outside of us, that appears to be, we appear to experience it like that. It's inside of us. Human life is like watching an interactive virtual reality movie. The question is, are we going to watch it with a headset on and see it in the way that those that wish to dictate events want us to see it? Or are we going to open our awareness and see it in the panorama beyond that, and thus look back at this world and go, it's a piece of shit. Yes, exactly what it is. A hoax, an illusion. And what is happening when people play these sophisticated computer games? They are hacking into the same five-sense decoding process through which we create our reality. Through the headset, through the gloves, through the headphones. The brain is being hijacked. Its information source, its normal information source, is being overridden, and thus it creates a reality which, as technology expands and expands, is getting closer and closer and closer to the reality that we're experiencing as the world. And these computer games can seem so amazingly real because the brain has been hijacked using the same basic processes that we create this reality from. And like I say, the more sophisticated they become, the more real they become. And people can be inserted into our reality through this virtual reality. Anything can. So maybe these people that describe their experiences with non-human entities may not be as crazy as the five senses would perceive them to be.
Care isn't perfect. That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Rangelet, the world's first programmable computer, the Zeus Z1.
Hey guys, as most of you already know, YouTube's censorship, shadow banning, regulations, and all-around restrictions are completely getting out of hand. So I don't expect my channel, this backup channel, to be around for much longer. If you can take a minute and go to my highimpactflix.com website and sign up to my email list, I'll be uploading videos up there if this channel goes down. Remember, they already took away my main channel, which had no restrictions, it had no community guideline strikes, and they basically told 516,000 subscribers, we don't give a damn what you subscribe to, we don't want you to see it. So also take a second to go to my BitChute channel. I'll have the links to my website and the BitChute channel in the links below. You guys enjoy the video, and remember, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people will and have secured their own oppression. You guys enjoy the video.
If you still trust your government, if you still trust mainstream media, please leave your logic-based reason for such trust in the comments section below. I'm fairly certain that a large majority of individuals who end up watching this video would read with great interest a well-thought-out articulation of the rationale for such a reliance on two entities that have done more to earn the distrust of the public than the ever-plotting Wile E. Coyote could have ever earned from the Roadrunner. To continue trusting government and their propaganda-pushing bedfellow mainstream media, after such a long train of documented abuses and outright lies that have directly and literally led to the death of millions of your fellow human beings, is incomprehensible. And just in case you think I'm a hypersensitive, over-exaggerating, crazy, anti-government, alarmist YouTuber, let me give you an analogy from the sporting world so that you can put things into a less abstract and quite sobering perspective. This is the Big House, Michigan Stadium, the largest stadium in the United States and second largest in the world. It boasts a seating capacity of over 107,000 people. Every home game since November 8, 1975 has drawn a crowd in excess of 100,000. On September 7, 2013, the game between Michigan and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish attracted a crowd of 115,109, a record attendance for any college football game since 1927. This stadium is filled with people, real people, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, nephews, nieces, aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents. Real people. Let's put the 107,000 people in Michigan Stadium on the back burner for a second and bring to the front burner two events, two horrific events, each brought into existence by a lie. And I do not want you to forget that these are government-created, media-promoted events. On August 2nd and 4th, 1964, the government concocted a story of two events that the mainstream media of the time propagated and popularized. The Gulf of Tonkin incident, also known as the USS Maddox incident, went something like this. On August 2nd, 1964, the destroyer USS Maddox, while performing a signals intelligence patrol as part of DeSoto operations, was reportedly pursued by three North Vietnamese Navy torpedo boats of the 135th Torpedo Squadron. Maddox expended over 280 3-inch and 5-inch shells in what was claimed to be a sea battle. The second Gulf of Tonkin incident is said to have occurred 2 days later on August 4th. In the 2003 documentary The Fog of War, the former United States Secretary of Defense Robert S. McNamara admitted that the August 2nd USS Maddox attack happened with no Defense Department response. But the August 4th attack never happened at all. Later, declassified documents revealed that, indeed, the August 4th incident never even happened. And the first incident on August 2nd only reported that the Maddox fired 3 rounds to warn off the communist boats. This initial action was never reported by the Johnson administration, which insisted that the Vietnamese boats fired first. They did not. It was all a lie. The outcome of these 2 incidents was the passage by Congress of the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which granted President Lyndon B. Johnson the authority to assist any Southeast Asian country whose government was considered to be jeopardized by communist aggression. The resolutions...
Yeah, I wasn't able to find any musical note stencils for some reason. Like, I went to 2 different places and could not find any stencils. So I'll probably make my own stencils, or I can freehand them. Because I was thinking about doing it with spray paint, putting the stencil down and spray painting it. But those self-portraits I did of myself, well, of course, it's me. But the self-portraits I did with the ink on the background, I think that gold ink might look good, like as a stencil. So get a stencil of like musical notes and spray it with ink instead of spraying it with paint. So I was thinking about doing that, but couldn't find the stencils. Like I said, all it takes is a piece of cardboard or a stiff piece of plastic or something, and I can just draw on it and cut stencils out myself and make my own fucking stencils. But I put a second layer of paint on that background, and so it'll be nice and solid when I do go to do the stencil work. So that it's drying now. Yeah, so that background is nice and filled in. That glare, all that shit shiny wet. Yeah, that deep purple. It's so hard to get the light on here, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's you can kind of see the colors on it like that. But yeah, that deep purple on there, I say it's really wet right now. I'll let that dry, and then I was thinking about doing gold ink and just have like musical notes floating around in the background, but it'll be gold ink on it. So we'll see how that turns out. I feel kind of sleepy, yo. I only been here for 30 minutes. I should have took a nap before I came in here. What the hell? I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
Served as Johnson's legal justification for deploying U.S. conventional forces and the commencement of open warfare against North Vietnam. Between 1965 and 1974, when you include our military guys, Allied troops, NVA and Viet Cong troops, and civilians, the estimated death toll was over 1.4 million people. In sporting terms, that's over 13 Michigan stadiums filled with people that died as a direct result of a lie forged by the government and spoon-fed to the people by mainstream media outlets. Hey, all you companies who pulled your ads from YouTube, I'd say that's pretty offensive and extreme, wouldn't you? The deaths of over 1 million people because of fake news? You guys want to run your ads next to that crap? And I don't have to belabor the point about the popular lie of weapons of mass destruction concocted by the Bush administration.
Weapons, 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 weapons of terror, terrible weapons, weapons of mass destruction, chemical weapons, weapons, weapons
I know
of
that's
mass
right.
destruction.
It'll look good.
Weapons,
It'll look
more
good, man.
dangerous weapons.
Well,
Biological
however I
weapons,
do it,
chemical
it'll look
agents,
good.
Chemical weapons, chemical
You know that.
attacks, chemical and biological weapons, chemical and biological weapons, ballistic missiles, chemical or biological weapons, chemical or biological attack, chemical and biological attacks, poisons, deadly gases, the biological or
delicious.
chemical weapon instruments of terror, the instruments of mass death, weapons of mass destruction, nuclear weapon, nuclear weapon,
Oh, yeah.
nuclear weapon, nuclear weapons, nuclear weapon, bomb, nuclear weapons, nuclear program, nuclear weapons program, nuclear scientists, nuclear holy warriors, nuclear program, and nuclear weapons.
And incessantly told on millions of TVs night after night by the media in order to foment a war against the fall guy and boogeyman, Saddam Hussein. Since the launch of the Iraq and Afghanistan war in 2001, over 1.1 million people have died because our government convinced us of a lie and the media prostitutes packaged that lie for public consumption. And that lie cost the lives of over 10 full-capacity Michigan stadiums and has so far cost over $4.8 trillion. Not billion, trillion. And we haven't even discussed the 500,000 children in Iraq that were murdered by the Clinton administration or the other conflicts we've...
Italian generosity begins with the very first course at Olive Garden. Come in for early dinner duos for $8.99. Choose from over 50 delicious combinations and all the salad and breadsticks you want. Value every moment together with early dinner duos at Olive.
Oh, I'm about to pack a bowl real quick.
The world of news media. We're now joined by senior media correspondent Ronnie Chang, everybody.
Hey, Trevor, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the internet or TV, but if you are, you've probably seen this that happened a few days ago on Fox News.
In the first presidential debate, China was mentioned 12 times. So we sent Waters down to New York's Chinatown to sample political opinion.
Okay, first of all, let me get this straight. They say China in the debate, so you go to Chinatown? In New York. So when they mention Mexico, do you send someone to Taco Bell? Chinatown is nothing like China. They got nothing to do with each other. That's like if they brought up women's rights, so I decided to go over to Fox News.
M and Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh my god, Ronnie.
Hey, somebody grab some clippers. This fucking beard is weird. Tough talk from a rapper paying millions for security a year. I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Haley, you right. Dad's always mad, cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic. You sober and bored, huh? I know. About to be 46 years old, dog. Talk about, I'ma call up Trick. Man, you sound like a bitch. Man up and handle your shit. Mad about something I said in 2012. Took you 6 years and a surprise album just to come with a diss. Homie, we get it. We know that you're the greatest rapper alive. Fucking dweeb, all you do is read the dictionary and stay inside. Fuck rap god, I'm the rap devil. Come a bare face with a black shovel like the Armageddon. When the smoke settle, his body next to this instrumental. I'm saying, sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. All of us single dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we can get gully, or size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Let's talk about the fact you actually blackball a rapper that's twice as young as you. Let's call Sway, ask why I can't go up to Shake 45 because of you. Let's ask Interscope how you had Paul Rosenberg trying to shelf me. Still can't cover up the fact your last 4 hours is bad as a selfie. Now tell me, what do you stand for? What? I know you can't stand yourself. Trying to be the old you so bad you stand yourself. Let's leave all the beef in the 50, please. You're pushing 50. Why you claiming I'ma call Puff when you the one that called Diddy? Facts. Then you went and called Jimmy. Facts. The coppers called me in the morning. They told me you mad about a tweet. You wanted me to say sorry. I swear to God I ain't believe him. Please say it ain't so. The big bad bully of the rap game can't take a fucking joke. Oh, you want some fucking smoke, but not literally, you'll choke. Yeah, I'll acknowledge you're the GOAT, but I'm the gunner, bitch, I got you in the scope. Don't have a heart attack now. Somebody help your mans up. Knees weak or old age, the real Slim Shady can't stand up. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. Both of us single dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we can get gully, I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Hello, Marshall, my name's Colson. You should go back to recovery. I know your ego is hurting just knowing that all of your fans discovered me. You like, damn, he a younger me. Except he dresses better and I'm ugly, always making fun of me. Stop all the thuggery, Marshall, you living in luxury. Hey, look what you done to me, dropped an album just because of me. Damn, you in love with me. You got money, but I'm hungry. I like it this, but you won't say them lyrics out in front of me. Shout out to every rapper that's a fun of me. Know that I'll never do you like this fuckery. Still bitter after everyone loves you. Pull that wedgie out the dungarees. I gotta respect the OGs, and I know most of them personally. Hey, but you just a bully acting like a baby, so I gotta read you a nursery. I'm the ghost of the future, and you just have the knees of Scrooge. I said I'm flex, anyone can get it. I ain't know it would be you. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. Both of us single dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we can get gully, I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Hey, ride a shotty, cause I got a road that's dope. It's a fast road, when your idols become your rivals. Yeah. Never hesitate to say it to your face, I'm an asshole.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
We know you get nervous, rabbit. I see mama spaghetti all over your sweater. I wish you would lose yourself in the records that you made a decade ago. They were better. According to them, you're a national treasure. To me, you're soft as a feather. The type to be scared to ask Rihanna for a number. To slow the umbrella, Ella. I'm not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, still on the couch. You got an Oscar, damn. Can anyone else get some food in their mouth? For real. They made a movie about you. You in everybody's top 10. You're not getting better with time. It's fine, Eminem. Put down a pen. Or write an apology. Or with a simple fact, you had the dish to acknowledge me. I am the prodigy. How could I even look up to you? You ain't as tall as me. 5'8", I'm 6'4". 7 punches, hold your head still. Last time you saw 8 Mile was at home on a treadmill. You were named after a candy. I was named after a gangster. And don't be a sucker and take my verse off of Yellow Wolf's album. Thank you. I just want to be my daughter. You try to stop the money to support her. You the one always talk about the action. Text me the Addy, I'm pulling up scrapping. And I'm by my fucking self, what's happening? ESC captain, salute me and shoot me. That's what he's gonna have to do to me when he realizes that it ain't shit he can do to me. Everybody always hated me. This isn't anything new to me. Yeah, there's a difference between us. I got all of my shit without Drake producing me. I know you're not used to me. Usually one of your disses should ruin me. But bitch, I'm from Cleveland. Everybody quiet this evening. I'm reading a eulogy. He dropped an album called Kamikaze, so that means he killed him. Already fucked one rapper's girl this week. Don't make me call Kim. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad. Let's talk about it. Both of us single dads from the Midwest. We can talk about it. Or we can get gully. I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it.
I don't know. Like you said, man, like you rich. You rich as fuck. And you still mad. About what? What the fuck you mad about, Eminem? Why you still in the studio yelling at the booth? I get it. I can get it. I don't know. Like M was my man for his first 3 albums, and then I kind of fell off from M, and I ain't really pick him back up since. I mean, but just off his first 3 albums alone, he made his mark in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And he introduced the world of 50 Cent, and he talks about that. And he says, "Oh, if it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be any Logics, there wouldn't be any Hopsins or Kendrick Lamars or none of that shit." And that may be true. That might be true, man. But you know, you're not Run DMC, you're not Raekwon, you're not motherfucking nobody from Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Like, M is hot as shit. I don't think Eminem has ever been in my top 5, even like with his first albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying? You're not the RZA. I mean, but M is M though. M got them hard ass. He got that hard ass vocabulary and funny ass punchlines and similes, and the motherfucker can really write. And that's something else he said too. He's like, fuck your writers. I don't believe in ghosts. You know what I'm saying? He's like, everything you ever heard me say is all my shit. I wrote every word I've ever said. I ain't never had no fucking help writing nothing for me. And that's how he come at Drake a lot. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, man. I think J. Cole did it better with his KOD album. He came out, he tried to talk to the youth and just like get a new generation of pep talk. You know what I'm saying? And M just come out like still screaming and yelling on motherfuckers, bagging and dissing motherfuckers, and I get it. I mean, I still like M a lot. You know, the track he put out, I like that shit. That motherfucking that inauguration verse he had, that shit was fucking stupid. That Trump freestyle, the Trump freestyle he did, that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Machine Gun Kelly, he had enough balls to come back and say, stop talking shit about everybody. Nigga, like, you good, man. You eating. You still spending money from 50 Cent first album. You got Grammys. Sit your ass down and stop whining and stop complaining about everything. You mad because your last couple albums fucking suck? And now you're just going to drop them album out of nowhere and call me out for some shit that I said in 2012. Why you ain't say that shit back then, motherfucker? That was years ago. This shit is funny. It's white boy beef. Yo, white boys beefing in a rap game, son. And Machine Gun is all tatted up and shit now. He's just so, it's just so funny looking at this shit. It's like, is this what hip hop has come to? Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem beefing. Neither one of these motherfuckers is gangster. You know what I'm saying? They ain't did shit the Locks had to do. You know what I'm saying? They ain't lived the same lifestyle that motherfucking goddamn DMX went through. It's so funny. I don't know. You don't know about that. You don't know about that ugly boy. Sexy boy. Ugly boy. Oh, you know my CD case was this shit, son.
Welcome to Africa, lady. If it's your first time in the concrete jungle, just sit back and relax. Everything is going to be okay. Now we are stopping at a robot. People from overseas, they like that one because they say, what do you mean robot? Because in South Africa, we call a traffic light a robot. They love it. Over there we have some very naughty hyenas eating the rubbish. These hyenas, they make such a big mess. Over there is a shop owner chilling with his black panda. Nobody is going to steal nothing when he's chilling with that black beauty. Nobody. Let me tell you, it is your lucky day. Over there is the king of the concrete jungle, the Lion King.
It's Fatty Boom Boom.
And here we have some local.
Could you get him to open for me?
Oh, fuck.
What you need something like this?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's Puff. Jelani, do that thing. When I'm on the map, it's like murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill. What's the set of the car? They will make feel.
in the day.
Nowadays all these rappers sound exactly the same. It's like one big inbred fuck fest. No, I do not want to stop, collaborate, or listen. Jimmy, open to your chain. I'm taking over America, blowing up everything. Physically fit the ninja, very energetic. If you haven't got a bottle, you're never gonna get it. I put my dick out in persona, was harder to fuck it up. Brought it off short accounts with the dollar bill, said I stack you, fuck it up. I'm sorry, my China, we not related. I come there fast, like the first time I ejaculated. Party boom boom, hitting with the ching ching. Not fuck it king king, dollar eye twinkling. Just like it's a chunky, it's like it's a funky. Party boom boom, hitting with the ching ching. Not fuck it king king, dollar eye twinkling. Just like it's a chunky, it's like it's a funky. Hoy, my name is Yolandi Fakafasa. What? Kick you in the teeth, hit you on the head with the mic. There's a rumble in the jungle, I'm bubbling till you beat 'em. Love to keep a trouble, but trouble so keep on me. My fucking soul, every time I just come for free. I used to think all I was curious to have was a big eat up the picture just to pick the 20 to notice me.
Suddenly you interested because you're blowing up overseas.
Put your money.
Yes.
This all this receipt.
Fucking with the best. Yankees get off like a sucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Big deal, you can see money get thrown at me. Now I'm having so much fun that I can't even go to sleep.
Yolandi!
What?
Where you at?
Here I am, spitting fucking lyrics like bam, bam, bam.
Spitting fucking lyrics like bam, bam, bam. Yo, you can't fuck with Yolandi.
I just been having the weirdest fucking day.
Why? Where you at? Here I am, spitting fucking lyrics like bam, bam, bam. What was Yolandi's single off their first album? Oh yeah, this beat was hot as shit, yo. Yo, Yolandi killed this fucking. This was her single.
Rich bitch. I'm a rich bitch. A motherfucking rich bitch. I do my own thing. When the phone rings, maybe I answer, maybe I'm busy. I'm on some next shit. I've got connections. I only speak to people I wanna speak to. So close to kaiser. Fucking lonely. Natela om my Tony. Opendag gesmeer bro. As jag får woes. With my own fiber. Flavor when I decide phone. On the fucking microphone. Rich bitch. Rich bitch. I'm a rich bitch. A motherfucking rich bitch. Wasn't always a rich bitch. Used to be a poor girl.
Ach, shame die arme meisje.
Ik was een meisje. I was a victim
of a fuck situation. Stuck in the system with no fucking assistance.
I know it sounds strange, but I need to count change. On the counter if you can buy. Or shop
Drop like chicas.
Jouw patten om mijn broekie. Geen koe, drankje met mijn strooitje. Meteen op mijn kaimon.
Like flame on. Now I'm a rich bitch. Yeah.
Rich bitch.
I'm a rich bitch. Yo, Yolandi find this shit, yo.
Motherfucking rich bitch. To all my mensen. In a dark situation. Getting closer and bored. Getting that applaus from the heart. Fuck the upper class. Bezichtig. Ik nog steeds fucking giftig. Yo fucking rich bitch.
Fucking rich bitch.
Rich bitch. Rich bitch. I'm a rich bitch. A motherfucking rich bitch. Kijk hier. DJ Arctic. Fuck it.
Yo, you seen the movie they did? When they did like this little short film, they riding around the hood like they gangsters, but they in wheelchairs, right? And they trying to suit their wheelchairs up and put like rims on their wheelchairs, so they wind up hitting up this rim shop. And they had rims with lights, like spinning lights on their wheelchair, rolling around town, smoking weed and drinking and shit. Yo, that shit was funny as hell, yo. I forgot what the hell the name of that movie was, yo. Yo, they did a little, like I said, it was just like a little short film. That shit was only like 40 minutes or something. I'll never forget that shit. I was playing Mag way back in the day, yo, on a video game, playing Mag with some of my homies, and one of the dudes, he was listening to Into the Ninja. I'll be a butterfly. Damn, how that hook go? Damn, now I gotta hear the song real quick.
I'm a ninja.
Yo, so we was playing the game. He was listening to this shit in the background. I'm like, what the fuck is you listening to? Cause I was like, yeah, his I am your butterfly. He was like, that shit hard, ain't it? I was like, I don't know, that shit sound kind of catchy, man. What the fuck is that? He's like, it's a group from Africa, yo. They some African rappers. I'm like, where? Then I looked that shit up, man. These motherfucking white motherfuckers, yo. I'm like, yo, they white. He's like, I know, but that shit still sound good though, don't it? I was like, yeah, I can't even knock it. I like that shit, yo. I don't know what it was about this fucking song back in the day, but I fucking like this shit. I went and caught their whole album. Yo, that Chappie. You know what? Why didn't I listen to the Chappie soundtrack? That's so fucking stupid of me. Like, I was so hyped to see Chappie movie because it had Diane with it. I'm like, yo, fucking Ninja and Yolandi Fessa gonna be in the goddamn Chappie movie. And they had like a big role. It wasn't like just like a little cameo. Like, it was in the movie. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, and I ain't never listened to the fucking soundtrack to that shit, yo. Yo, that's why me and you like this, man. I had a Diane Antwood shirt one time, man. I remember I was in Virginia. I walked around at like the whole summer wearing that shirt. And then one time I had it on just going downtown, and there was a young couple walking by, and the dude was like, yo, Diane Wood. I was like, you know? He's like, yeah, fist bump. Like, that's what's up, my dude, you know. Like, nobody don't know. Like, nobody don't know about Diane Wood. And they got like 3-4 albums. They was on an African label, they was on an American label, they lived in Cali for a while, and like they shit just, it's different. It's just, they shit just different. That's why I like a lot of, I don't know, most of the motherfuckers I listen to is different. That's why I like fucking Kid Cudi. That's why I like motherfucking Daft Punk. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is different, man. That's why I like listening to fucking Lupe Fiasco. They different. I like Diane Wood. They don't sound like everybody else. And they talk about some weird shit, but that's them, you know what I'm saying? And they like the dopest ass mix, yo. It's like a girl and a boy, but they just, I bet they fucking, but I don't know, it just, they really do seem like brother and sister, yo, but they not related. You know what I'm saying? They not related, but it's just like they fucking, I don't know, like super best friends.
You have reached CLM Management. Unfortunately, there's no one here to take your call. Leave your name and a message.
Tony, Ninja. Listen, my friend. I only tell you one time. Don't fuck me, Tony. Don't you ever try to fuck me.
Ninja, who are you speaking to?
No, let's leave a message for Tony.
Ooh, I love my ugly boy. So rough and tough, don't care about anything about me. Yes, I just love him 'cause he's so crazy. Just crazy about me.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love my ugly
Lee from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I know my homegirl's precious. Life is crazy, I know God less is chill the fuck out. I got this you. Got nothing to worry about, trust me. You trust your ninja, cause she don't play. Everything's gonna be okay. I can make your problems go away. And I ain't scared of shit. Whatever the fuck it is, take care of it. Strap for cash, headed straight for a crash. I can make cash rain on your ass. Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything at all, you got it. Just keep it real with me. You got it. Ooh, I love funky boys. Anything about me. Yes, I just love pussy so crazy. Just crazy about me. Ooh, I love funky boys. So rough and tough, don't care about anything about me. Yeah. I just love pussy so crazy. Just crazy about me. You fucking mental, my crazy little girl. Maybe the most psycho chick in the world. Get mystical, just not just physical. What you mean, got some fuck with a ball? Respect me, receive my protection. I'm always right by your side like a weapon. Love me, all around you there will be love. Fuck, oh my God, there will be blood. My bitches love me, oh man, it's tough. For one crazy goes more than enough. This ain't no ordinary love. This thing in me, go girl. I believe it's magic. I believe it's magic. I believe it's magic. Magic. Ooh, I love funky boys. So rough and tough, don't care about anything about me. Yes, I just love pussy so crazy. Just crazy about me. Yeah. Ooh, I love funky boys. So rough and tough, don't care about anything about me. Yes, I just love pussy so crazy. Just crazy about me. Funky on the skin. But you love me from within. An angel kiss from me to you. Always there for me when I'm feeling blue. You say you stick with me and I know you will. I just get so emotional when I'm down and feeling weak. With tears streaming down my cheeks. You say the sweetest things. Like the video stuff don't mean a thing. But you take care of me and keep me safe. You so freaky, babe.
Yeah. Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything at all, you got it. Just keep it real with me.
Ooh, I love funky boys. So rough and tough, don't care about anything about me. Yes, I just love pussy so crazy. Just crazy about me. Yes, I love funky boys. So rough and tough, don't care about anything about me. And I just love pussy so crazy. Just crazy about me.
Look at this guy.
I love funky boys. Love time. Yes, I just love pussy so crazy. You want crazy motherfucker.
Wow.
I love funky boys. So rough and tough, he fuck you up, boy. Yes, I just love pussy so crazy. Just crazy about me. Funky boy.
Black smoking that fat ass cigar. There's one shit in here that I never did peep, yo. I just not seen this shit, I think, for the first time. They got a dude in blackface with an afro wig on. I don't think I ever peeped that. It says, "Hello, my name is God." Like, we know this is really what God looks like. Like, what is that? That's some deep shit right there. Like, a motherfucking dude blackface and the afro and said, "I'm God." Okay. Yeah, I don't think I saw that shit. Oh, that's who did this? I agree. Say like, who the fuck? I think Melanie Conner shit, yo. It's just something. She has this weird cuteness about her, yo. And she's so fucking teeny. It's like. Directed by Ninja.
Never make a pretty woman your wife. Never make a pretty woman your wife. You can trust the funny look in the eyes. Never make a pretty woman your wife.
How can an angel break my heart? Life's hard. I'm just trying to play my part, but she keeps pushing me, yo, 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 yo. Okay, let's go. I feel like a step show, there were things and thumbs. This hot chick steps to me, she said, take it wrong. I said, thanks, you know, play the smooth. She said, Ninja, can't you sign your name on my boob? I said, no problem, what's your name? Sophie. Okay, okie dokie, bossy, fucking cokey. I don't Ninja was here, it looked fucking ill. Plus I wrote my number and I threw it up fucking bill. I said, don't be afraid. Sophie said, I'm not afraid. And Sophie came down and Cape Town for the holiday. I took her through the waterfront, fucking like a Lonnie. I got a chip bro, she ordered calamari. Yo, we had a North Star, plus a lot of Wawa. Soon it was not on. 300 buck boo farm, paid the booze on. Ass on my mind. Sophie said I was a lucky catch of a guy. 300 bucks is not too much to splash for the night. Took her back to my place. Mommy's watching Sophie, slumming in the Stokies. Mommy, this is Sophie. Oh, hi, Sophie. Boom, 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 let's go back to my room, yo. This shit's fucking on. And Sophie said, I didn't know you lived with your mom. This is not what I expected. Sorry, this is hectic. Just want me with a blowjob. No, huh? What? No, I understand. Let's go, baby, now in the backseat. What the fuck do you think I am? I think you fucking sexy. Take me to my hotel. Bitch, call a taxi. No zit Susie achter door zonder een erectie. How can an angel break my heart? Life's hard. I'm just trying to play my part, but she keeps pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing and pushing and pushing, pushing and fucking pushing. A woman is more dangerous than a loaded pistol. They promise you heaven, give you hell. My little baby's driving me crazy. She makes me a killer. 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 She makes me a killer.
Never make a pretty woman your wife. Never make a pretty woman your wife. You can trust the funny look in the eye. Never make a pretty woman your wife.
If you're feeling horny, put your hands up. Ninja about to kick a little story about Miranda. I was out doping by the purple turtle, hanging with some homies. Scope on too many dogs, down I need to go pee. I'm on my way to take a push, and I see the Scopie. She looked just like a colored Angelina Jolie. The cherry looked very happy to see me. Buster, aren't you the rapper from the TV? Yeah, I couldn't help staring at those nasties, chilling just below the big fat blowjob blows, plus a G-string, all up in the salty crack. I said, shit, I need a bus, but I'll be back. The night was a fucking joke, think it was Thursday. DJ bumps and 50, cause sorry it's your birthday. Miranda asked me in when I dropped the back of her place. And the veranda Ninja fucked Miranda on the first date. And everything was hunky fucking dory. Then comes a twist to this funky little story. Yeah, at my next live show. Yes, it's in the front row, staring at me like a psycho. Miranda's big green Hawkeyes, glued to the Ninja like a red beam on her. After the show, Ninja gets her ass by a bunch of coffees. I tell Miranda, here's some money, go buy yourself a dopey. So I'm there signing autographs, smoking a doobie. Can you get your autograph? So show me your boobies. All of a sudden, Miranda busts, making a spectacle. Grabs me by the nuts and starts breaking my testicles. Yes, I nearly cut the course. Cause every fucking claws digging into my balls is very fucking sore. Even skillet to your clone fucking whopper dry. Miranda says, hey, that's a night for the fucking night. How can an angel break my heart? Life's hard. I'm just trying to play my part, but she keeps pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing and pushing and pushing, pushing and fucking pushing. A woman is more dangerous than a loaded pistol. They promise you heaven, give you hell. My little baby's driving me crazy. She makes me a killer. She makes me a killer.
contrast the funny look in the eyes. Never make a pretty woman your wife. Jesus Christ. Why the chicks always have to be so fucking complicated? Like this one chick, Lazon, just fucking into me. Plus he was a virgin. So the one time, me and Lazon smoking zone, they were DJ Artex crib. When she says to me, "Why won't we be alone?" So we took her to Artex room, about to close the door, dropped the bomb. I said I got the bomb, she said I got the herb. I told DJ Artex to not disturb. Then bada bada bing, bada bada boom. I put the string on the motherfucking bomb like. Now they hear the song told me she wanted me to be the one. I started slow and sexy, yo, I'ma get this song. I'm like bada bada bam, bada bada boom. One heart that walks in the motherfucking room like fucking blonde. That I was giving the people from behind. I said, what's the matter, bro? DJ Artex, you wanna ever go? The song starts out in the groove, it's a fucking freak out. That I am standing like I do a super dick out. She's kicking me, slapping, dick splatting, sweating. I thought Barney said sharing is kidding. How can an angel break my heart? Life's hard, I'm just trying to play my part. But she keeps pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing and pushing and pushing, pushing and fucking pushing. A woman is more dangerous than a loaded pistol. They promise you heaven, give you hell. My little baby's driving me crazy. She makes me a killer. 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 She makes me a killer.
Never make a pretty woman your wife. You can't trust that funny look in the eyes. Times you had that, yeah, my little baby, driving me crazy. She makes me a I think that's one of my favorite tracks. I'm trying to, man, it's been so long since I listened to some Antwood. I can't hardly remember that shit. I know 5, that album 5 was basically like some goddamn remixes, but it did have one original track on that 5. And that shit was hard as hell, man. Oh, this is some other. How they do that? Made by God. It's right here.
I don't need you. I don't need you.
Yo, this was my jam right here too.
I don't see you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You don't see through. I don't see you.
I I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I'm a player, holding paper from the golden acres to the overseas. Move over, please. The overtaker, hot boulder shaker, the fucking answer. You fucking lost, yeah. That was like a modest snow cloud. You got your bell in the back, but you can't fuck with the rod, your bell in the back. Don't speak to me. If somebody say something, put the bass pumping, the place jumping. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. But exactly. Yo, you nasty. I'm nasty. I got the ice cream. Chili yogurt. Yeah, you know it. When the lick on my ice cream. Sock. I'm a lucky ducky. I think I'll sucky fucky. Don't speak to me. If somebody say something, with the bass pumping, the place jumping. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. The Ola Mesa, they be down with us. So stay one. I fucking love you. To all the other ones with no fucking face. I don't love you. I'm above you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you.
Yo, Ninja killed the fucking slow flow on that shit. Alright, just the first verse one more time. How the white South African killed the slow flow. On the techno.
I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. I don't see you. I'm a player, holding paper from the golden acre to the overseas. Move over, please. The overtaker, hot boulder shaker, the fucking answer. You fucking lost, yeah. That was like a modest snow cloud. You got your bell in the back, but you can't fuck with the rod, your bell in the back. Don't speak to me. If somebody say something, with the bass pumping, the place jumping. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. You lock see-through. even in my boom, 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 even in my boom.
What the? Love me anywhere, ninja, even in my boom.
Come to the dark side. We have candy.
Yes, but you have coffee.
Sure, we have coffee. How do you take it?
Black. Like my soul.
Like my soul.
Yo, y'all ever heard yeah, y'all don't ever know this motherfucker.
I'm not scared at all. I just feel kind of invincible.
I'm not stop, motherfucker. I'm too ill to chill. Too stuff to call. Too lit to quit. You fucking peanut butter and jelly to talk shit. My phone kicks it. My fist split your lip. My mom shut me up with that tape. Never get paid for talking all day. Fuck cold weight. I fuck 6 weeks. I love cocaine. I love coffee, but not a fuck when I drink Starbucks, cause Starbucks sucks. Yeah, they should do this back in day. Oh, so much motherfucker money. It's making my brain go funny. Look at the phone, think I need more coffee. Fucking let's go full retard. No motherfucking milk or sugar because.
Sometimes I get sad and I cut myself a piece of cake. Yeah!
Yo, let's get the motherfucking. Oh, motherfucker, I need someone to. That's so yummy, but so nice and. I dare you to fuck with.
Now aren't you just a cute little lollipop? Triple dipped in psycho. Daddy, daddy, please buy me a sweet. I know you got money. I want every chocolate bunny in my motherfucking tummy. Come on, daddy, buy me that chocolate bunny. Oh, you got money. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Just give it to me.
Yo, baby girl like rap, baby girl like fun, baby girl forgot to wear panties, so smack it on the bum bum. Baby girl love me daddy he play rough, and daddy like to mix, baby girl do unusual stuff. Baby girl turn around, now take it for your clothes. There you go, that's good girl, let me see you touch your toes. Daddy pop champagne, why you spark that blunt? Yo, country here on the dance app, tell daddy what you want. Don't worry about me, fuck more, we can stay good all day. Daddy got game, daddy moving from Africa to LA. I can be in that, make everything okay. Shut the fuck up, bitch, we're gonna do what daddy say.
Daddy, daddy, please take it. Guamitos, aquí pajamas. Vuélveme tus pajamas. Yo pide los bananas. Come on, daddy, guamitos, pajamas. Take back the bananas. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Just daddy, daddy, please buy me those skills. I know you got money. Oh, yeah, the ones you giving me. They Michael Jordan 23. They just came out in NYC. Come on, daddy, you got money. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Just give it to me.
Daddy, he not good. Daddy, he get paid. They take little angel on a magical holiday. Daddy rock his beat, Baby rock teeny weeny. Dang, the yellow polka dot bikini. Daddy keep fuck back, chill about the ocean. Daddy said go smiling while I'm not swimming with the dolphins. All that dumb big, I can't get sex on the beach. Big go on orgasm, your big wedge ID. Don't worry about me, fuck bro, big say man all day. Daddy got game, daddy morning from Africa to LA. I can be your daddy, make everything okay. Shut the fuck up, big look like you will dare to say.
DJ High Tech.
Hello? Mau po ko pitli.
Being there for me through take them cool energy. You care for me and defend me, help me defeat my enemies. Life's weird, keeps testing me. The other girl in the world impressing me. Like you do, you voodoo, fresh to me. You just wanna be the best of me. It's meant to be, you present to me. You and me got wild destiny. You're like a little angel in comparison to me. Everything you do so accept to me. I love it that you best friends to me. I just wanna treat your heart carefully. Cause every day I feel blessed to be the one chilling with you right next to me.
What's up, guys? Working on this picture of my homie Deshaun.
everyone. Anthony Fantano here, Internet's busiest music nerd. Welcome to the Fantano channel, and it is time for a track review. We're going to be covering 2 different tracks in this video. Diss tracks everywhere. MGK taking some shots at the rap god himself, Eminem, and shortly after that, there was an MGK diss, released by none other than G-Eazy, because I guess quietly, both of them haven't been getting along for quite a while, as MGK has had some comments for him. G-Eazy is finally paying it forward, and let's give a listen to both tracks, see what's up. Is it good? Is it trash? Are the shots fire? Alright, there's MGK's diss to Eminem. And, I mean, the Ronnie beat was cool, flow was fine, I thought the refrain was pretty snappy. As far as the bars and the critiques that MGK has, I think the most sensible of them, and let me just cut over to the lyrics of this thing, just so that you guys can kind of see me flip through it too. I think the most sensible and agreeable of all of them were essentially when he was hitting at Eminem for being just not as good as he used to be, older, irrelevant, just kind of digging his own grave at this point, artistically speaking. I wouldn't 100% agree with everything MGK is saying on that front, because even Eminem, in this incredible low point in his career, is still doing much better than Machine Gun Kelly is doing. Like, if Machine Gun Kelly right now was doing Eminem low point numbers, he would be at the peak of his career, because like dude's records do not do numbers, which makes bars on this track confusing when he's bragging about or rather arguing that I know your ego is hurting just because all your fans are knowing that all your fans discovered me, which if all of Eminem's fans did discover you and actually took to your music, then I think your following, your popularity would be much larger than it actually is. Again, I do think he makes some fair points about Eminem just basically pissing and moaning while he's sitting in the lap of luxury, but, you know, Eminem has always had emotional issues before the money and obviously after the money. I don't really think his personal problems have much to do with how many zeros are in his bank account. But again, outside of that, I feel like there's not a whole lot of punch, there's not a whole lot of weight to this track. There's not really anything here that I think he said that truly embarrasses Eminem, is really cutting, is really anything that other people aren't already saying. There are people who aren't even recording diss tracks who are making many of these points about Eminem and are getting far more traction. You know, media figures and the like. Outside of that, a lot of what MGK brings up in this song is this whole debacle with Eminem blackballing him, not liking him, demanding an apology for him over an older tweet he posted, commenting on how hot he thought Eminem's daughter looked, which is kind of weird and kind of stupid. One, because she was 16 at the time when you posted the tweet. You were already a pretty well-established rapper at that point who should have known better when it comes to, I guess, kind of handling, you know, your own PR shit through social media. Like, you know, if there's a faster way to sink your career, it would most likely be if you're a white rapper with a lot of crossover audience with Eminem. It would be to comment on the hotness of the daughter of the most popular white rapper in the game. And then he just kind of goes into this rabbit hole about, oh, I was only joking, you just can't handle it, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know, I mean, maybe Eminem was a little sensitive over that, but it is his kid. He has been known in the past to be sensitive about other rappers talking about his kid. On song after song after song, he has displayed that he is very protective of his daughter and her privacy and their personal life. And I don't know, it just kind of seems like you were overstepping a boundary there and just, I guess, didn't prepare to deal with the backlash that you would have gotten off of it. You know, if that's the kind of thing that you want to tweet, I guess be prepared to deal with people thinking you're a moron or individuals who are more connected in the industry than you to not want to fuck with you. And it just kind of seems like you weren't prepared to deal with that. Because honestly, it doesn't really seem to me that you suffered any kind of great unfairness as a result of this tweet. Like, oh, he kept you off of the Shade 45 radio, so on and so, like, what does that matter? That's in the grander scheme of things. I mean, there's so many artists out there who are doing huge numbers that have nothing to do with Eminem or any of his ventures or anything. You are very much capable, I think, to completely exist outside of the Eminem sphere, but instead a lot of your popularity is just off of his. You know, you're just kind of riding on his coattails. And I feel like you're continuing to do that with this track over here. I mean, hey, you've got some funny lines here and there, like trying to be so old, so bad, you stand yourself. You know, that's a cute one. That was pretty funny. But again, a lot of what he's saying here just kind of boils down to, oh, you're old, you're irrelevant, you're not as good as you used to be. Which again, all true, but it's not like MGK puts these points in a way that is unique or smart or interesting. So, all right, let's move on to the next two of these diss tracks. We have G-Eazy, Bad Boy. Woo woo. Okay. G-Eazy did his thing, Bad Boy. Dissed Machine Gun Kelly. Now,
This is Al Pennyfeather, and I'm here in the heart of Times Square, New York City, and there is just bitch-assness rampant everywhere I look, up, down, and all around. I just seen about a dozen people walk by me that had just so much bitch-assness in them, it was ridiculous.
Popcorn and sodas are available at concession stands outside. Get your popcorn.
If this kid just really do that shit,
Smoke!
talk to this motherfucker right here.
Smoke. Yeah. Someone might have lit a fire inside the soul of me. The shots just grazed me. I'm standing, they put a hole in me. I answer to no one, nobody can get control of me. MGK, please stop trolling me. Get over me. You wanna be me, you're mad that you're not as big as me. I'm everywhere, I'm your nightmare, you can't get rid of me. Call the Uber, turn on the radio, imagine hearing me. Him and I's on, at you're listening to all these sing to me. Can't fuck with nobody with so much negative energy. A pillar in this game, bro, I'll be here until infinity. Ask myself, why am I entertaining a mini-me? You're so below my class, you're reaching, you're not offending me. I headline arenas and all of my shits go platinum. You never seen a plaque and your last shit did 30,000. It's not a competition, I'd hurt you if I start bragging. Irrelevant in culture, no one gives a fuck about him. You got both of my numbers, all this time you never called the boy. I'm headliner, I heard you opening up for Fallout Boy. Don't play with my name, you fucker, I said it's not a toy. Disrespect her again, I'll smack you, I'm not a boy. Opened up my savage, usually I don't do this shit. I don't got too much time, let's be honest and let's get to this shit. Your last joint was 6 years ago. It's a miracle that Flex found you worth it enough to even hear you flow. But I guess you both might have something in common though. You got your spot, took it from you, you're mad about it, so yeah. It's like my sting when I'm the fucking high. Breakfast Club in 105 is keeping New York shit alive. We did like 30 shows together out in Europe. You mugged me, but you never spoke, never tried to square up. Until that night in Finland, I said we got shit to clear up. You got sentimental and you almost start to tear up. You told me how you fucked with me and you ain't have no problems. I said it's all love, whatever happened, we forgot it. And then you flip-flopping all year and talking about me. You talk behind my back this whole time, you never called me. So why you acting extra tough? Keep it lit, it's just a bluff. Why it's me and not you that's sitting ringside next to Puff? I ain't wanna bring this up, respect to the OG, but don't ever cross the line of gift, you don't know me. Honestly, what's up with you? This behavior's nothing new. Jealous, acting petty, guess I'll make you uncomfortable. Bad boy treats you like a family you're adopted to. You're signed to him, tell me why doesn't Puff fuck with you? Number stolen, I don't either. Hey, your bullshit through the speaker. You are such a fucking joke. I ain't wanna do this either. You must hate yourself, I don't understand your issue. Ironic, this what happened tonight that Eminem dissed you. Fuck you, bitch.
There, or any of his, again, a lot. G-Eazy did his thing, Bad Boy. Just Machine Gun Kelly. Now, listen, some people have falsely correlated this diss track with the Machine Gun Kelly, Eminem diss track and that sort of thing. Machine Gun Kelly also hopped on Hot 97 and threw some bars out there that were aimed at G-Eazy. It seems like really what has happened here is MGK is just like throwing out all these bars, hoping to get some reactions and attention out of it, and it seems like that's what he's getting. Maybe Eminem will respond to MGK in a track. I don't know if Eminem would really kind of like give him that level of attention, because Eminem is, even in this low point in his career, is at such a higher popularity level and would be doing MGK a favor to even respond. Meanwhile, G-Eazy, MGK, they're somewhat in the same league, even though G-Eazy is easily a more popular and a more commercially viable artist in comparison with MGK. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a good to decent diss track.
Got the messages
relatively
back in,
speaking, because it is a G-Eazy diss track. Like, would I listen to this song just on its own, out of the context of this diss? Honestly, not really. It's kind of bland, it's kind of boring. I still think G-Eazy is a very average rapper with very little in the way of personality, or clever lyrics, or unique and interesting flows. He's just pretty straightforward, he's pretty meat and potatoes, he's an all-arounder. There wasn't really anything on this track that lyrically blew me away, but if we flip over to the lyrics over here, I thought there were some pretty interesting and revealing call-outs here. When it comes to MGK's petty personality, the fact that he plays a little passive-aggressive and has had an issue with G-Eazy for a while now, but hasn't had, I guess, the guts, according to him, to come forward with that. There's some pretty funny comparisons between the both of them that G-Eazy makes here, with him talking about MGK opening up for Fall Out Boy, which is a much less impressive and flattering tour lineup than the tour that G-Eazy has been on as of late. Also him talking about the sales numbers between both of them, which unequivocally, G-Eazy sells and streams more records than MGK does. MGK's last record was pretty much a flop in a lot of respects. Talks about them playing shows together and MGK playing kind of passive-aggressive and not wanting to confront G-Eazy or basically air out whatever issues that they're having. Talks about him kind of being treated like an adopted child over at Bad Boy Records, Puff's label, where it doesn't seem like these days MGK gets that much attention or promotion, and then G-Eazy bragging about his close relationship with Puff in comparison to MGK, which is also pretty embarrassing. Again, I feel like the way he put this stuff lyrically isn't necessarily super clever or super smart. I mean, the Mini-Me line was kind of cute, but just the fact that he's airing all this stuff out, I think, says a lot about MGK, and could potentially be kind of embarrassing, because I think G-Eazy here is essentially highlighting a lot of things here that MGK might not want people to pay attention to. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Thank you for watching. Those are my kind of underwhelmed thoughts on both of these diss tracks. While it is sort of interesting to gawk at the white-on-white crime that is going on here.
That's what I'm
it's
saying,
kind of
like,
funny, it's a little entertaining.
That's what,
I
two white
think
boys dissing
everybody's
each other. What the
performances all
fuck?
around were a little subpar, and I don't know. There's probably not going to be reason to pay attention to this beef going forward. So, over here next to my head is another video that you can check out.
Wait a
Hit that
minute,
accordingly
G-Eazy
link
white
to
too?
subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, beef, 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 forever.
I'm probably a geek for watches, and I love cars. So I think I'm kind of like, I love boys' toys. I don't buy anything for the value of it. I buy it because I just love
Yo, G-Eazy's a white guy?
At one time I'm a piper. It ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Tell your man pipe up, nigga pipe up. And the bands from the safe, in the face, when you say, money dance, turn this shit into a night. Hey, yeah, fuck with me and get some money, get some money. Hey, fuck with me and
I didn't know this was a white dude.
yeah, fuck with me and get some money. Ay, yeah, fuck with G and get some money. No limit, I'm a fucking soldier. Ay, always lit, yeah, I'm never sober. It's for 3 days in a row, y'all bitch coming over. Told that bitch to kick rock, she act like it's a boulder. Ay, Rory, shopping, that mean copping, always popping, hella popping. She's a bopper, homie, hopping, ain't no stopping. Album dropping, got the city on fire. Bitch lying on me like she tired. I'ma have to fuck around and call Kamaya. Whole stirring up the pot, jambalaya. And girl, hit it one time, I'm a piper. Yeah, I hit it 2 times, then I like her. Yeah, I fuck 3 times, I'm a wiper. It ain't safe for the black.
Yeah, I didn't know that was G-Eazy. Wow. Okay. Interesting, because he looks like a really, really white guy. He doesn't even look like he should be rapping at all. Like, at all. Like, this doesn't look like it's your thing, buddy.
I feel like I'm in a cartoon in which someone's about to get seduced.
Not me.
Maybe
I'm
me.
a very good girl.
Are you good? I don't think God would give you that body and then give you sort of morality. Are you married?
No.
Are you in a sexual relationship?
No.
Then there's hope.
I can't fight your fiance.
You don't need to. We can work out some sort of arrangement. It's good that I've got both your hands. Is it getting on your nerves?
No, it's cold. I enjoy it.
I'm warming you up.
You are.
Are your cold?
They are actually quite warm. However,
Yo, Russell Brand is stupid as fuck. What the hell?
If by traditional you mean sex mad, then yes.
You have to move out of your chair and...
Catherine is welcome to
No,
sing here.
she's not. No, don't do it. Trust me, don't do this. Don't even say for the queen. You
We're
can't.
gonna do an
Don't
interview.
say for the queen.
For the queen!
No, don't say that, please, Russell.
You're beautiful.
Russell, please.
Oh, thank you.
So just sit here.
Sure.
She's
I'll just be here.
Russell, look away.
With my sexual charisma.
Oh, Russell.
Yes.
What the
Thinking
hell?
about something?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was thinking about something, because as you know, I've announced it, I find Catherine very attractive. But when she said exchange numbers, I thought things that I'd like to exchange with her. Numbers!
Numbers. Just random numbers. He likes numbers. He's not a numbers thing.
And genes!
He's number right now. You can't.
Genetic info, data.
What is happening right now?
Genetic info.
That's all right. It's
And when I say we, I mean my husband.
Yeah, but you know, look at the way you drop the jets. You could drop that guy any day.
Russell, no. Russell, no. Absolutely. Stop dancing.
Turn and face the change.
No,
Changes.
Turn and face the change. Changes. He's unbelievable.
I'm only joking. You must never destroy a marriage unless you're really bored. When I was younger, I would have probably found ideas like pick-up artistry attractive. Yeah. But when you get a little more sophisticated, you realise that there is no way of tricking anybody into doing things that they don't want to do. That can be anything but negative for both parties involved.
So what is your secret?
My secret is that I know that within me there is a limitless divine beauty, and within me as well. And if I connect with that, then we'll be okay. And you as well. And Chris, for God's sake.
Give it He's good for everybody.
Everybody is beautiful.
Now, Ross, I'm nervous to ask this, but you did say at the start of the year that you were considering attempting celibacy. Is that something that you have continued with?
What time do you finish work?
Damn, because I'm fucking you soon as you get off.
When you laugh like that, it makes me know what you sound like when you come.
Wow.
And I like it. Is this morning telly? When you laugh like that, it makes me know what you sound like when you come. And I like it. Is this morning telly? Yes. So you can't put that in.
About 7 a.m. People just...
Hey viewers, that's what Phoebe sounds like when she comes. Enjoy your breakfast, you perverts.
Do you, you've thrown me, but
Don't worry.
I love that you're throwing me.
If you're ever so confused, Phoebe Box, pop yourself down on my knee and see if we can't get you pregnant.
Excellent, and my mum's not watching this morning, so that's a good thing too.
Why is your mum not watching? What's she got on?
Oh no, she's busy. She's away with a friend at the moment.
Bring her in! I'll take the lot of yous.
This fucking
Come on,
stupid.
what do you want to know? That's everything I want to know. I want to know.
Do you want me to come over there to you?
No, it's okay. Oh wow!
That noise. Phoebe Box. Bam, bam, bam. Come on.
Oh
I like this dude, Russell Brand.
Oh wow! Okay.
Everything's okay.
Yes, you're very
Look at a lot of
handsome.
heat.
I know, because you're quite handsome and
Well,
you're very good looking and you're engaged and I'm aware of that. And she's a beautiful.
She's lovely, isn't she?
She's gorgeous.
This is alright though. I'm allowed to sit on people's laps.
Can I put my hands there?
Yeah, that's allowed as well. Come in here. There, it's all okay. It's all going to be all alright. I'm just releasing the spores. There you go. Phoebe Box is pregnant now.
Now she's pregnant.
Oh, good. That's very nice. Yeah, that's lovely. That was so lovely. I just turned my cheek too. That was very professional of you.
Liz, that's your fault. Because you took your eye off the road because things was getting a bit fruity out there. All right, Liz, goodbye.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's been really a wonderful experience. See you later, Liz.
Russell.
All right, take care. Russell, how can I do your bra just like this? Liz, I love you.
You've turned up the dressed in this fashion. It's hot. I don't know if you've noticed.
Well, I haven't. No, this is how I dress otherwise. Elegantly, like an English knight.
Yeah, well, I prefer to dress like a hooker, so I don't know.
If you dress like a hooker, people will treat you like a hooker, and I haven't got any money on me.
Stop.
There's nothing I would do to you. You strike me as an adventure playground for my cock. Now, you, young lady, are the kind of thing you're the reason I went through puberty for women like you.
Oh, thanks. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
It's not going to get any better than this. That's it, you've peaked. Carpe diem, seize the moment. You know what awaits us? The grave. All we have now is this moment. Now,
Isn't that called necrophilia?
In a way, yeah, only if you have sex with dead bodies, which I don't recommend. Not while you and I...
But not in the grave.
If you had an asthma attack now and killed over, I would take part in it. I would decorate your corpse.
Russell, you're a sick fuck.
It will, let me tell you. Sick in the sense that I'm jolly good. I mean, I'm a jolly good fuck. I've got the moves, as it were.
Well, yeah, I've heard that about you, actually.
Right, because of the being good at sex. This is what I do for a living. The comedy's very much a front for my sexual antics. I only do that to facilitate opportunities like this. Opportunities that I'm not going to let slip through my fingers, although you will slip through my fingers over the course of the next few hours. When I make bells ring in your stomach, when I make your eyes dance like fire, when I make you forget your name, which I'll never do, carry, carry, carry. A word that rhymes with marry. But why worry? Why bother? Why should we take conjugal rights when we could have marital nights? Coital fireworks dancing between our thighs. Let me be shipwrecked with you. Let me be a pirate king. Let us dance subaquatically. Let us lose our identities in a glorious union. Our two nations aren't so different. If we can attack Iraq, let's attack back. Let's open each other up. Let's orgasm. Let's spasm. Let's fire. Why deny it? Yeah, that is a, yeah, I mean, I must say that's part of the attraction.
Correct. And if they, you know, they've brought countries together.
Well, what they've done is they've torn me apart.
I kind of like you a whole lot.
Well, I'm an interesting man.
You might
This is
be,
just
yeah.
a small fraction of my personality. And after this, I'd have to make you come, right? And come.
What am I saying? What am I talking about? Don't think about what I'm wearing. These things are redundant. I'm superficial.
Okay.
Don't be distracted. What do you think that gesture means, the way you're touching that bottle? What does that indicate? What is that? What's the subtext of that?
I think we gotta go to break.
You need to lose that ring, Mika, because it don't mean nothing to you. She's grasping for the shaft. She's a shaft grasper.
She's grasping for shafts. She's a shaft grasper. Look how you're holding that bottle. What does that motion say about you? What are you thinking about? You're grasping for a shaft. She's a shaft grasper. Hilarious. best MC to mankind. No. No. Not by a long shot. Eminem is probably one of the best lyricists, but for the most part, like, a lot of his shit is like fantasy shit. Like, you listen to his first couple of albums, like all the little stories he told, getting bullied and like all the weird shit. That one is not even like real shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his shit is like overly exaggerated stories. You know, I was in a parking lot with a Walkman on when a guy walked by and gave me an awkward eye, and I started a fire and the cops came and I stood there with a burnt down house and a handful of matches and a can of gas and nobody found, like, that shit never fucking happened. You didn't do that. Eminem raps about a lot of shit that never fucking happens. It's fantasy, make believe shit that he makes up, you know, and that's not. He does have some real hardcore stories about his real fucking life, but a major bulk of his material is just fantasy shit. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you the best at anything. You're a good lyricist, you can tell a good story, but as far as being a master of ceremony, to be a master of ceremony, the best MC, you're gonna kick real shit the whole time. You're gonna kick that real knowledge. You're gonna drop nothing but fucking jewels every time. Alright, for the bulk of your material. It's not gonna be all just like funny haha boo boo bubblegum shit that you making up out of the fucking thin air. Not saying that shit ain't cool, not saying that it's not entertaining, not saying that he can't put fucking metaphors and he has a fucking strong ass vocabulary, because he never had to use the word nigga. And if you take most rappers and say, make me a rap album, but you can't say the N-word, man, you know how bad they album gonna sound? They rhyme half of they shit with nigga. You know? And so I'll give him mad hella stupid ass credits, but I don't know. He's not a better MC than fucking Talib Kweli. Eminem's not a better MC than fucking Styles P from the Lox. He's not a better MC than Lupe Fiasco. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of fucking artists who are way better than M. M won't. I don't listen to rappers today. Yeah. Most of my rappers are Eminem age. I'm 37. I was listening to M in high school, and that's what I tell a lot of these kids now. My rappers can still do this shit. Eminem can still drop an album. He just dropped the album. But I was listening to this motherfucker when I was 16. When I was 16 years old in fucking high school, I was listening to fucking Slim Shady, and this dude just dropped an album. Now, Lil Pump and Lil Vert and all these little motherfuckers in the colorful era, these motherfuckers ain't gonna do that shit. They'll never be able to do that shit. My son is 14 years old now. These motherfuckers who are rapping at his age at 14, when he's 34, them motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to drop no album and still be relevant in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West and Kid Cudi just dropped the album. I was listening to Kanye West in high school. Jay-Z dropped the 444 last year. I was listening to Jay-Z in high school. All my rappers are still rapping. They still rapping. But Eminem not the best out of my generation of rappers. You know what I'm saying? Not dead or alive. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the Lox when I was in high school. The Lox just dropped the album last year. Jadakiss just put out Top 5 Dead or Alive. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Is Eminem better than Pimp C? As far as an MC, I guess I never really liked UGK that much. You know what I'm saying? Not that much. I'm not an army brat, but I kind of grew up between the North and the South. on the East Coast, so I have an ear for everything. I like a lot of fucking Southern hip hop and like that country crunk shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I ever purchased a UGK album. I don't think I ever like went to the store and said, "Yo, let me get that Bun B and Pimp C album." I never did that. You know, had some Scarface, had T.I. shit back in the day, Trick Daddy, motherfuckers like that. Had all Outkast shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once again, Andre 3000. Eminem ain't better than Andre 3000. I'm just kicking facts, bruh. Eminem is not a better MC than 3 Stacks. Eminem is not the best MC given to mankind. Get the fuck out of here. Eminem ain't even a better MC than fucking Prodigy from Mobb Deep. You feel me? Eminem is M is M. He's the best white rapper, and that's about, I'll give him that. He's the best white MC ever. DJ Milk and all these other motherfuckers. Ooh, it's him and I, Aquemini. Y'all don't remember that album right there. Y'all don't. You remember that stank on you? Oh, boy, y'all don't remember that. Y'all don't remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't remember that album. Eminem ain't a better MC than fucking Stickman. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a race thing. I'm just saying. No, it's not. It's not for me. It's not for me. It's not a race. It's not a race thing. You know why? Cause I love the Flowbots. They white. You know what I'm saying? I listen to a lot of white rappers, I guess, or white musicians. I listen to shit you don't even listen to. I listen to Cousteau. You don't even know who Cousteau is. You don't even know who Cousteau is. Do you know who Cousteau is? Oh, I think it's a race thing for you. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, I listen to music, bro. I listen to music. I got every fucking Linkin Park album ever. Every Linkin Park album. But, is Linkin White good because they're a good band or because they're white? Before you hopped in here, I don't know how much fucking Die Antwoord I listened to. They're a white rap group from South Africa. Probably never heard of them, but that's just me, right? Because it's a race thing for me. Because I said Eminem's, because this is a white rap group from South Africa. Yeah, Eminem is a better rapper than these guys for white people, but you know what I'm saying. But the best MC, nah. Don't forget Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf was a really good MC. He's a white guy. You remember Yellow Wolf? Yellow Wolf's a white dude who raps. But it's a race thing for me, right? Jacques Cousteau looking ass. Gorillaz? You ever heard of this group? You ever heard of Gorillaz? No? Oh, this the Flowbots album I was looking for. That's that first Flowbots. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. Am I racist because I know that song? It's a white rapper. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. No handlebars. This the best white MC ever. Sting. Walking on the moon. Old albums. Ooh, classics. Nothing but the classics. Eminem, the best MC. I don't know, man. Ninja, you so fine, Ninja. You got my mind, hey, Ninja. And that's crazy, like all them boys dissing each other now. Eminem diss everybody. Machine Gun Kelly come back and diss Eminem. Then G-Eazy comes out and diss Machine Gun Kelly. It's like, man, what are you guys over there doing? Cut that shit out. Alright. Now I need pink. I'm gonna make pink. I'm gonna make pink. Ugh. Nope, 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 nope. Let's try these two. I might need oh, I think it's a race thing for you. I don't think it's a race thing. You crazy. Eminem can't even mess with the new boy, K-Dot. Kendrick right now, probably lyrically, Kendrick Lamar is probably the strongest lyricist out there right now. Yeah. And that's why on To Pimp a Butterfly, at the end of the album, Kendrick Lamar didn't have a conversation with Eminem. He had a conversation with Tupac. That's why if you watch 8 Mile, the very first scene when Marshall Mathers is in the stall, he's listening to Mobb Deep. You know why? Because Prodigy's a better rapper than he is. Or Prodigy was before he passed away. Yeah. Peep that. You never peeped that? That he was listening to Mobb Deep. Why? Because Prodigy's the shit. He could have been playing anything he wanted to in that scene, but Mobb Deep. Like I said, even Prodigy's a better rapper than Eminem. Like I say, man, most of the shit that Slim Shady says is just funny. It's like funny gibberish that's not really real. It's not real. It just sounds, it just rhymes and sounds funny and sounds cool, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't, he's not like helping you to develop any kind of substance or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Unless he talks about his battles with drug abuse and, you know, issues with his, you know, his estranged wife and shit like that. And that's the only problems he's ever talked about. I stopped listening to Eminem after his third album.
Jumped out of the second floor of a record store with a treacherous 4 cassette and a cassette recorder in Ecuador with Edward Norton.
No, you didn't.
Jumped out of the second floor of a record store with a
Eminem, you didn't jump out of a second floor of a record store with whatever in Ecuador with Edward Norton. You didn't do that. It sounds hot the way you put your words together, but that is some completely false, fanciful, like imaginary shit that you just fucking made up. And that's Eminem. That's his style, you know what I'm saying? Every once in a while he'll give you some real shit, but for the most part, that's what M does. He just says like funny shit that doesn't make sense, yo. You know what I'm saying? jumped out of a second floor of a record store. Like, no, you didn't. You really didn't do that.
Tetris 4 cassette and a cassette recorder in Ecuador with Edward Norton. Witness the metamorphosis of a legend growing like an expert swordsman from the Hessian War, and hence the origin of the Headless Horseman. Born with the endorphins of a pathetic orphan. Endless source and reservoir of extension cords and dresser drawers and deadbolts on the bedroom doors and sexual torture kits kept in a separate storage bin. Excellent boyfriend. Use intercourse to settle scores with women who have vendettas towards men. Dickhead is forced in to the shredded foreskin, reddish torn and only being fed a portion. Bed sores and sortions, pregnant whores can get abortions. Fetish four sticking metal forks in self-absorption. Skeletor, I went to hell and fell a floor. A predator, I'm headed for competitors. Better warn them what I lack intact in a set of morals I make up for in metaphors like a cosmetic store. Stegosaurus, Chuck Norris with a thesaurus. Yes, of course, a mess of warrants. You want some, come and get some, boys.
He just named the dinosaur for no reason, just to rhyme off of the word Stegosaurus. Chuck Norris with the metaphors. Like, let's see, a dinosaur. Like, but that's M though. That's the best MC in the world. Okay, my bag. Like I say, I like M. I like him. That shit is hard. What he does is hard. I can't do that shit. I can't rhyme Stegosaurus and metaphors and Chuck Norris. You know what I'm saying? But is that like the best? I don't know. This shit sounds better than that. Oh, Mick Jenkins? Oh, Mick Jenkins? Oh, and he's so underrated. And I think he'll probably body Eminem if he had to. Like, and he don't even beef. But Mick Jenkins will body Eminem. Oh yeah, he's so underrated. Oh, you already know that mural. Oh boy, come on. Now this kind of like something what Eminem be trying to do, but this shit better than the one that M was doing. Let that shit breathe for a minute. Feel that shit.
Yeah. Raw chemicals, vitamins and minerals, and Vicodin within the tubes wrapped around the arm. To see the vein like a chicken on the bond. Top cat chat, let's begin another yarn. Let's flying sausage cheese, or is it chicken palm? But roosters don't fly like boosters don't buy. So what powers cowards to get them to the top? Just to fall asleep, listen in the box. The ribbon in the sky is the ribbon that I drop. Dribble in the eye across the prism of a clock. That lacks meaning, but racks up stacks of fat reading. The catch cheap and wrapped up plants from trap dealings. Now what's a coffin with a scratch ceiling? And what's the talking without the match feeling? It's berry living and cherry picking every lemon from your berry system, then proceed with the back beating. When I was young, I had visions of another world, sneaking looks at the porn stash of my brother Hurl. Incense smoke made vortices and other curls, casting calls from porn films and ad space for rubber girls. I like my pancakes cut in swirls, Moroccan moles and undercover squirrels. I like cartoons, southern cities with large moons, fake healers, ex-female drug dealers, and art booms. Apologize for my weird mix. What tastes like hot dogs and tear drips.
It looks like pantomime and clear bricks. It smells like shotguns and deer piss. They on they hunt, kinda salty that I'm going hard. First part of a party that I throw in parts. 1 minute you playing pool, next minute you throwing darts. But that's how you do with a party that you throwing bars. I run the gambit like I'm throwing cards. Popular mechanics to overdosing hard. Paint cold pictures like Nova Scotia landscapes. Nerd gang, McMandelbrot sets when we handshake. A word game back up, playing that can damn lakes back up. The word playing that the man states means I could still be the man that the dam breaks. And when demand breaks, some reflections what they can't face. But Pyrrha still shoot the mirror like it's a fan base. The unfettered veteran, the eagle feathered man of medicine that hovers above cities like weathermen or maybe weather woman. Whatever better to tell you weather coming. I prefer girls to rain all over the world. And not rain like Rain Man or rain like rain dance or rain like a slight chance of rain when it's rain and a rain like deer slaves to Santa Claus slave man. But rain like queens that reign over made man. And not queen like Queen Killer Rhapsody Bohemian Queen. But queen like white glove wave hand. And not wave hand like it's a heat wave. So you make a fan by waving your hand. I'm talking wave like you saying hey man. And not hate for horses and horses like you almost voiceless. You gotta treat your vocal cords like it's a fortress. And treat every single one of your words like reinforcements. And especially when you're recording, cause that's the portion that's important. When I was reporting that I was poor, but now I'm more than, it's still hooker heels on my sugar heels and sweet spots. Crying shames make margarita rims from cheap tops. Deep plots and floor to ceiling windows for my pea pots. A little scenes with the sickle swings to make the weed drop. In 100 words for them hummingbirds that like to eavesdrop and fan out like peacocks. With a parakeet that beatbox so the sun rise when the beat drop and the sun dies when the beat stops. Then it unties, then it relocks, then it relapse, then it detox, then he back like a heat pack on his kneecaps at the weak spot, cause he want what we got, like yeah. Then forge poetry like a young honorary Morrissey, then spit it to the golden locked thoughts who like they porridge all watery, not scorching nor sorbety from the still orbiting sorcerer sorcery coming down gorgeously. Just like a Stacey Dash waterfall, a more torturing, a waterboarding Barbie doll, a river of women like Brazilian carnival, swimming in feminine bikinis made out of barbasol. Somebody give them the volleyballs. If you love her, don't ever send her to Molly Malls. Homie, if she lonely, she might end up in Macaulay's claws. Coming out the closet over goblets down at Mardi Gras. The fame, champagne, walk of shame, lobby car. My rap position was black condition and activism, ammunition for abolition missions, attacking systems, but they not apt to listen unless it's dropping no Activision. Are we apps or are we bodies filled with apparitions? Operating applications stuck inside an Apple prison. Chicken hacking download updates that lack religion. Or are we more than soil tainting? Disloyal changelings preoccupied with boy and goyle chasing and foiling others royal saintings. I sit back and watch the world through eye holes in my oil painting. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Unless you Virgin Mary, nothing to it but to trust. Believe all that. Unless you judge, life is not a dictionary, it's a thesaurus. And I feel like a missionary to a clitoris, the water bearer air of traditions that I swear to never change my chair position or conditions of my porridge. Submission for sedition against the religion of a chorus. Keep them golden weed thieves out the motherfucking forest. As I perform a nerve storm, I prefer my pictures in word form. Bury the hatchet like how a bird born. As I paint cold pictures like Kool-Aid facing condensation, having conversations with flavorful combinations, slaves to my concentration. So that's OJ the Juice Man meets OJ with 2 hands and 2 gloves. That's too snub to judge who was who drew blood. And Lupe, look at all these toucans in a cemetery full of tomahawks, giving middle fingers to the pigeons doing somersaults. Road runners don't fall off cliffs, they run across anomalies by the colony, flukes by the reservoir. While in pursuers end up as poofs on the desert floor. Levitating youths who know the truth of where the fountain hides. Buckaroo roots painting tunnels onto the mountainsides. 1,000 parts a pound, a heart, an ounce of eyes, an ounce and out of doubt, and mouth pronounces out accounts of lies. Chocolate counts by the counts of 5. Refrigerator roof full of animals and monsters. Incinerator shoots in the manual for Contra. Assorted memories from my childhood. Absorbing energy from the wild woods. Electronic combat, Konami signed contract. Chinese chalk killing cucarachas on contact.
Chicago, spray gun aficionado. Efficient spitting, bridging divisions isn't Chicano. Who's the boss? If it isn't, Mr. Milano. Do the call, ninja mission into the Congo. Polarized envy of the older guys. Black Obi Shinobi hitting Keno in the face with all my throwing knives. Sub-Zero guiding, hiding, riding in the pack as well. Sound Village, Leaf Village, Wolf Spirit, magic spells. Yeah! Dodging rain and catching hell. Face seers need samurais to catch the L. Special research vessels made for catching whales. Filleting fish ships, sea shepherd peppered with extra sails. Rewrite history, liberty needs a better bell. Maybe harder irons and carbon fibers that never fail. Smarter science mixed with our art alliance, a fairy tale. Or maybe just a metal pail you hit with steel tools. To announce you've had enough and dropping out of SEAL school. Just like trout jumping out their house to let their gills cool. Cuba scuba couldn't take the temperature of my skill pool, yeah. Said it feels cool to kill fools. Slipping through the cracks like when you try to grill gruel. Take no Viking water bottle and not following pill rules. Or have you off the throttle when you should be modeling chill move. Roller skate maker, you just cobbling wheel shoes. Overweight taster, a king's fool that kills crews. Oblivious featherweight baker who undergrab cakes whenever his quill moves over your milieu. Simple as
battery, you know, charge.
Rules with the habit, practicing stillness. Real still till you realize realness. The big Samsara achieves nirvana and brilliance. Yeah.
Come on, M can't fuck with Lupe. No, for real though. For real though, M can't fuck with Lupe. And Lupe said this was gonna be a trash album because this was gonna be the last album on this damn for the label he was signed to. I don't have to take it or leave it. It's not a fact. You saying some shit like your opinion is a fact. You got an opinion, I have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? There is no way that there's for a fact that M is the best, right? Take it or leave it. You mad. You mad. You mad that your boy is not the best? It's all good. Everybody ain't gonna agree with you. Who? Eminem's the best rapper ever. You know what I'm saying? The white boy came in the game, changed everything. No, he didn't. He came and said, "Hi, my name is Slim Shady." Motherfucker ain't changed nothing. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for the nigga who gave him the shot, the gangster from the West Coast who actually gave the white boy a shot, he wouldn't have been nobody. Nobody would have never heard of him. You know what I'm saying? If Dr. Dre, which is a black guy, wouldn't have gave him his first deal, because nobody else wasn't fucking with him. But Dr. Dre saw potential. Like I say, M is dope as shit. M is one of the best. Is he the best? Nah. Even Styles P said, "I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper." Eminem your favorite rapper? Guess who Eminem's favorite rapper is? It's not himself. Styles P's my favorite rapper. Styles P, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Ebro addresses Tekashi. Like, motherfuckers really be following this dude up.
Is it on? Yo, Em, how you doing, brah?
What's up, Eminem?
Oh my god. Sorry we haven't hit you back in a second, dude, but we just heard your new shit.
Sounds like you miss us.
You are so funny. Dude, Yolandi's not my girl, bruh. She's just my best friend who loves me. Everybody knows Pussy dated Muggsy. Mad respect to my brother Muggs. And me Slippy. You used to rap better on drugs. Motherfucker, I'm old and I'm ugly. But these kids don't give a fuck cause they love me. We bred these kids, Em. They ain't giving no fucks. But they're not feeling your rhymes or your Botox. Or that bass on your face with the Photoshop. I heard Neil Blomkamp's remaking Robocop. But what's a South African? Put that cool shit from Detroit back on the map again. You went out like Michael Jordan. Damn, retired as a guard and came back as a man. Nobody roll like me. E-M-I-N-E-M-R-I-P. R-I-P. R-I-P. E-M-I-N-E-M-R-I-P. Finish him. Brutality.
See
E-M-I-N-E-M-R-I-P.
that?
Tomasa Bushman.
Not Diane, or just diss Eminem too? What the hell? Everybody's dissing him. Oh my god. The white South Africans. Yo, M, what up, man? So I haven't hit you back in a while. Your shit was whack. Yo, you ever heard the story that Ninja tells about? What's the guy's name? Drake. Yeah. Eminem is way better than Drake. I'll give him that. But the story that Ninja tells about Drake, that shit is funny as hell. Yo, did you tell the story about Drake?
Ninja presents Banana Pudding.
Paris Hilton FaceTime me. Always when your phone rings, it says Paris Hilton. It's just funny. You have to answer and see what's happening at like 2 in the morning. Ninja! She's like, lit. What are you doing? I'm in fucking bed. Where are you? And she's like, well, wasted. There's Kanye West, and I was like, is that Kanye West? And then Kanye's like, and FaceTime at me. I'm like, whoa, it's Kanye West. It's freaking weird. I went through to his house. Kanye had like the big dopest house on the block. This like stuck up kind of white area, like probably like, oh my god, the rappers, everything. White area with horses. And he had like a whole Jurassic Park kind of fucking swimming pool. So I went around and like to the back because they were expecting me, and Kanye was pacing on the lawn. Kanye was like, yo, man. I went and sat by the pool on my own, waiting to finish. I didn't even know why he wanted to speak to me. I thought about music, maybe, because I make music, I'm a rapper. He started talking, and he started talking about my graffiti that I do. I wasn't really listening. I was trying to work him out. I was like, you're strange, dude. I was wearing basketball sneaks. He's like, you know, let's go shoot some hoops next door. I'm like, yeah, you know, cool. So then he said, oh, we're just going to go shoot some hoops next door at Drake's house. And I was just like, whoa, that is so funny. We're touring Australia with Drake. I didn't know that much about him, and I heard started from the bottom. So I was like, oh, what the fuck track is this? She's like, this is Drake. I was like, this is Drake. And like I was freaking out because I thought it was some like ghetto rapper, so hard. And then I saw the video, and then I was like, kind of killed my boner for that track. And then we wanted to go see Drake. What's the show like? We were on an interview, and the guy said, oh, you know, what are you guys gonna go check out? Yolandi's like, I'm gonna listen to Drake. And she's like, doesn't go watch anything. She's super fussy. So we asked, can we like watch from the stage or in the pit? Drake's management were like, no, he's nervous. Yolandi's like, how are we gonna see the show? I was like, okay, I got an idea. And I took my shirt off, and I showed everyone how to make ninja masks out of their shirt. We went and stood in the audience and watched. This is like the worst show I've ever seen. It's all in white. His white sneakers, white denims, and he'll do it like an R&B, like a soft thing. Say, I see you there with this Coca-Cola shirt, and you'll be like, I see you there in the wheelchair. If you do that trick, you know, it lasts. You'll be like,
freaking people like noticed me. Got a good track with the live show. Was just like, Yolandi was just super pissed off. People are gonna think I like Drake. I thought it'd be kind of funny. I knew a code for a phone, so I opened Instagram and I found this thing on the internet which had a picture of Drake. It was like a funny like meme that said, "I'm a massive faggot," and I posted it on Yolandi's Instagram just for fun. And then Jesus Christ, Billboard magazine the next day, front cover, World Star Hip Hop front cover. Chappie hadn't come out yet. Sony like removed us from the marketing campaign. Then we are on tour every single day with Drake and his crew. Every time we walked into any hotel, everyone was like, "This is fucking them again." So that happened. Back to the future. As the gates are closing, I'm walking into Drake's property now. I was waiting to think, does he know what happened? And he didn't seem to know anything. I texted Yolandi, I was like, guess what? I'm going to play basketball at Drake's house. And there were like big giraffe, like not actual giraffes, like sculptures. There was an alligator and a waterfall coming out the house. Behind the mansion, there was just like a full-size basketball court. Fantasy fucking rap land, amazing. And then Drake was like holding the basketball and he was dressed in like full NBA gear, like brand new Jordans, the high socks, the blue pants, like the blue top. I think he had a headband and like he was full on like ready to fucking play. And I'm walking up and there's Kanye saying to Drake, I could sort of see his lips. "Oh, you know Ninja, right?" I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he was like, "Hey," with a smile, probably like, what the fuck is Kanye doing bringing this dude here? But didn't want to say anything because I came with Kanye. So I was trying to make conversation about that, but he didn't really want to talk. I thought it was like a friendly game of basketball, but it was just like Kanye versus Drake. Our team, Kanye, then his manager, his name's Che, and Che's a bit like chubby, but he used to rock it on the court. Kanye called his one homie, and he had been at Whole Foods and dropped all his shit and just like got in the car and got 2 fucking fines on the way there, like it's going down. I used to play basketball kind of casual, not like good or anything. I suck, basically. Drake's team were all like fucking live, like shooting to the big ass dudes, like ready to rock and play this game, get this shit popping. And I thought it was all like some gangsta shit. I didn't know that they were from Canada. I've seen these same dudes from tour, and then they're like, and this is the problem with rap music today. No one fucking said anything to me. No one hit me. I mean, that's ridiculous. So the game started, came up like 7-0. And then that hype man, every time Drake scores, "Oh, motherfucker, you see that shit? Oh, that was fucking live. Oh my god, that was like NBA shit." And I found out later, Drake like films all the games and he edits it and just has himself hitting threes. Like, boosh, boosh, boosh. And the cops kept on flying over the helicopter and they all like stopped and like, look at why the fuck are the police like monitoring rappers playing basketball. Remember, it was 12 knots, and it got higher. And then this other guy arrived, sweating, just come from like fucking off the highway. Thank God he arrived, because he was like the fucking Jordan on the team. I was like playing and just fucking up. And then it's like, "Oh, yo, Ninja, just go sit on the side." And I went and waited. Then fucking we won the first game, came back to play, and I was like, "Oh, it's another game, it's like a best of 3. And I was like, Jesus Christ. The only thing I regret in life is that I didn't practice basketball more. It would have just been really beautiful if I could have just gone up once and like slam dunk. And as Drake came up against me, my pants sort of fell a bit too low. As I slammed, just teabagged me.
That's fucked up, yo. Ninja had
that would have been amazing.
It would have been amazing if I would have teabagged Drake in his own fucking court. Like you said, we went to Drake's concert, and this shit was whack. He's all doing like some R&B shit on stage, all dressed in white, like, "Ooh, I see you in a Coca-Cola shirt." Like, so I put on Twitter, "Drake's a fucking faggot," and then Kanye West tells me to go to Drake's house and play basketball with him. Yo, this is the weirdest shit.
Funny, every time he goes up to shoot, he'll do something like retarded, like the most elaborate fucking miss. Then the one time he did this kung fu, like the stupidest move ever. And then he got it in. He like ran around the field. He was like, he jumped in the air and did this weird like thing. It was like the best shot in the whole game. Drake's team lost, and he just walked off. Like the sun was setting, he kind of like walked into the sunset, and then Kanye was like, "Why didn't you say goodbye?" We went back. He was watching Star Wars on this big screen, and as I started talking about his song, he switched on anal sex porno. And I'm about to talk about the music, and he switches on his bum sex video. I'm like, Vicky. And then he said, "Sorry, what were you saying?" He called Travis Scott to come and say, like, Ninja's here. Just before Travis came, Kanye turned to me and said, "Do you like banana pudding?" And I was just like, whoa. I don't know if pudding is dessert, if it means the same thing. I was like, I was thinking, why the fuck did that, what happened there? Travis came in and he's like wilding out, "Yo, Ninja, what the fuck's up?" Then Kanye said to Travis, "So, you like banana pudding?" And Travis was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Why if you made some banana pudding?" Kanye got out this banana pudding that Kim Kardashian made. It was fucking delicious, actually. It had like caramel and banana. And then I finished the banana pudding, and I didn't know what to say or what to do, so I washed everyone's dishes and put them all neatly aside, and then I kind of went home. Kanye would hit me up from time to time, and then got a little bit weird, so I blocked his number and stuff. I like them. I like their music. Some of Kanye's tracks is like my favorite songs in the world, but like it's just like a weirdo zone where everyone bites everyone. It's like a fucking piranha fucking thing. I don't think being like a fashion accessory, if we collaborate, it's like familia, and it's like some shit where you like homies and you can hang and bang and you trust someone. We stick to ourselves because people bite. It's like, I said, "Shut the fuck up, I want to kick a freestyle. I want to kick it a cappella. Shut the fuck up, like this." Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm talking to this one motherfucker at the bar, still talking. I'm loud, I got a fucking mic, dude." I'm like, I'm speaking on the fucking mic, so I'm gonna fucking hit anyone who's gonna fucking talk now, because I have to want to kick a fucking a cappella. Check, and that puss by the bar can't even fucking hear me. I'm like loud, I'm on the fucking speakers. The dude's shouting Parallel Coke or some shit in his fucking homeboy's ear. I'm like, look at this motherfucker. And I jump off, so he doesn't know I'm fucking talking about it. I'm gonna come there and fucking hit him in the face. Like to slap him. And the dude carries on. I go, "What does it?" Wah! Smacked the motherfucker in the face. He's like, "What the fuck?" I went back and we kicked the trap. Then, you can do that sort of thing in Africa. It's not a big deal.
Ninja was a rapper, and he was like, we were in a small town from Cape Town. It's like a really little small town, so everybody knew that he was like a rapper, and he like kind of stood out. And my homie made beats, like he started making an album with him, and then he made me, and then we just like, yeah, just from like music through other people did music.
But she couldn't rap. She was I was scared of her. She was like this little weird kid, and I was like, I was making this album with her homie. And then she called Marcus, who makes like sick beats, and she used to date Marcus. And then when Marcus, like I kissed Yolandi, and then Marcus wanted to kill me.
Okay,
and then we were just messing around. It wasn't anything serious. And then Yolandi, I heard her and then we started just messing around on songs. Marcus would make her make sound effects. She had this really cute, like she did little squeaks and shit, and he'd make electronic music from it. But then the one day I was making this track and I asked her to go like, yeah, I just wanted to go like, "Yeah, motherfucker," like that. And she just said, "Yeah, motherfucker." And I was like, whoa. Like I literally freaked out from her voice. I had no actual voice. So I sort of got bored of everything I was doing and just started like thinking, "I want to hear you rap." And I was like, do you and she's like, loves rap, and she couldn't rap, but I said, and then I just hung out with her all, I mean, that was long ago, like, she'd been a rapper. Like 10 years ago nearly, or more, or something like that. And I just been like working, and then it was just super fun to hang out and like have someone who's had a similar mentality to me. And Yolandi influenced me a lot, and I influenced or taught her how to rap, and she's my favorite voice in rap music. And I know, I'm like a rap nerd. I love rap. I've just always loved it. And she's got the most exciting pitch, like tone and mind, you know, and now she can fuck off on any flows. It's really dope. She's like exciting to me still. I'm like, fuck, I want to hear her do another song. In the 90s, there was no rap scene. Everyone was just everyone was like Wu-Tang and all the kids, Cypress Hill, Wu-Tang, but they were all, we were just like, there wasn't any rap coming out of South Africa, and all the kids would rap, me included. Like when I heard Cypress Hill, we were just like, what is this? Because the South African culture is so like kind of broken and a little bit, and generally now in retrospect, it's a little bit insecure. Like Americans are very like, and always like look at America, because it's a tiny little country and America's this big giant. And I only see now in general, before even rap music comes along, Americans are mad confident. They're like, yo, what's up? You know, they're like, yeah, I'm the fucking, they believe that you're the shit. Like from small, you get told you're number one, you know, from little kids. So they got this mentality, and South Africans are always like, oh, America, you know, it's always like, we'll put up in a South African band or a South African movie or anything South African is like that B grade, you know, to say, oh, my friend's in a band, you go, oh, South African band, you go, oh, okay. So it's like, wow, it's pretty cool, like it's nice. So all the kids when I was rhyming were rhyming, like everyone sounded like fucking Method Man for ages. And now and again you'd get a dude rhyming in a black accent or an African accent, you know, and I'd be like, oh, and I'd gravitate towards this one guy called Ammunition who used to rhyme like that, and I was always think that, and then we used to freestyle and fuck around, but it was so easy to kill people because you just rap about it. Why are you rhyming like you're from New York when you're from Soweto, you know? I had that thing where I always want to try sound South African, and then rap kind of got bored to me for a while. At the end of the 90s, I was like, fucking, I just started fucking with more experimental stuff. It's almost like there's like a gold mine. Still now, we just one fucking crew from that place, and people like the kids dig us there, but a lot of people who haven't like made it, whatever, like you get people don't like, so fuck the Antwoord and be like a national embarrassment. It's Africa's biggest nightmare, and like literally there was a news headline, Ninja, pure evil. There was a news headline, another one, South Africa's biggest nightmare, the Antwoord, national embarrassment, all this shit. But it's divided because some kids, we've been making noise for like 6 years now in pubs like around the world, and the young kids are like, oh wow, this is dope, you know, and so I see like, oh, South African music's not shit anymore. It's like all like kind of B grade music. It's like oh shit, they're doing that. So I'm actually still interested, and I'm starting a rap crew now and fucking with kids from South Africa now, but I want to, literally it's like a gold mine of like raw gold, you know, like raw minerals and diamonds and shit that we just worked out. Only when we hit the Antwoord, we worked out, oh, how can we take something South African and craft it and put it into a way that we can present all around the world and to America and say, yeah, check this shit out. And it doesn't sound anything like
we just copying
like American hip hop, but it's got the same essence and power and like expressive presentation. We came to the studio to record. We met Muggs, DJ Muggs, he's like from Cypress Hill, is like my favorite. Both of us, we were like, oh my, we nearly died when we met him, like, oh my god. And then he's just so fucking nice to us and said we can come here and blast our art all over the wall, and he's just like, just opened the studio up to us, and we're like, fuck, you know, it's like, and so we basically like moved to America and got a house here and kept a house in South Africa and go between the two, because just to record here and like, but you know, it's like a fucking weird trip of a dream, and we've learned so much. So now we're like African American, like for real.
The idea's always unexpected. Usually we just think of it when we're like stoned and we're joking around and we make up the dumbest shit, and then we actually make the videos.
Because the idea's already short.
Like,
the idea's like 2 sentences. A good idea is 2 sentences. But we often don't have ideas are stupid, or sometimes. But then now and again we're like, fuck yeah, grabs you at the beginning and at the end of the 2 sentences we're like.
But like Africa is definitely a big part of it. Like we had a problem when we came here. We couldn't shoot videos. We just couldn't do it. We were dying inside because like the landscape there is just so unique, and it's cheap as fuck, and it's just, I don't know, it's just like a vibe there that everything comes together.
Even in the studio, yeah, it's, I don't.
What the fuck to do? We were just lost. We actually went back to Africa just to shoot a music video.
The classic shit's a shit that you
at the time when you made it, you got the fucking whoa, you know. Relandio, it's all different moods because like I dig like Fat Faded Fuckface. It's so fuck you. It's just such a beautiful, 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 beautiful diss track. It's the most beautiful diss track I've ever heard. It's like so gentle and like. That video is next, by the way, and that's gonna be the most important. And I don't use the I word loosely. People fucking say important. Fuck them for saying it so much. I think the Fat Faded Fuckface video, to me personally, is the most important contemporary art piece of the century. And I'm not just being dramatic. It really is. That's what we wanted to make. We thought, let's make them more, because you keep on hearing this fucking, people keep trying to get us into art galleries, and they keep saying important. What the fuck is important? Big fat motherfucker, like Bohemian Rhapsody, there's catchy. It's like the weirdest song in the whole universe. And it's like a pop song. So we started to fuck with that sort of shit. Whoa, fuck with that. Then God was pumping out rave anthems, which we dig like high energy, hardcore techno shit, rhyming on them and cutting break into halftime. They're going from like trap to techno trap, we call it. So then fucking with techno trap shit and just fucking with different sounds. And at the end of it, we're thinking, oh my God, we've been through so many dimensions. And also personally moving here, we split up some years ago, and then we thought, how do we keep doing this music and be in a relationship? And like we had split up on an album called Donkermag, which you'll say Donkermag. On the Donkermag album, we like split up and trying to work it out. And then as we finished this album, we were like kind of like, you know, he said, why don't you put it Mount Ninji and the Nice Time Kid? Because what she wants from me as a human is just to be like stable and dope, just don't change, and just be a mountain like Mount Ninji. And I was like, cool. So cool. And all I want from her as a human, a homie, is just to have a nice time. Just to be in a cool mood, like just to be a Nice Time Kid. And there's a street gang cycle called the Nice Time Kids as well. And I was like, why don't you just like, and so she said, why don't we call it Mount Ninji and the Nice Time Kid? And I was just like, oh, that's like what we've become.
Drop the motherfucking beatbox, dog.
Ugly on the skin, lovely from within.
Bring that next level shit. Yeah.
Too for coming out, and I really want to express my appreciation for having this conference on today to deal with the issue of Black Power, because we think that that is the fundamental issue of these times that we live in, but in fact it's been the fundamental issue for African people for a very long time now. First of all, what I would like to do is just briefly say some things about the African People's Socialist Party, which is the organization that I chair.
African People's Socialist Party, the Black Nazis.
And by that, I want to say that we are convinced that this country, this system, do not have the ability to do justice by African people. That if we are to ever know justice, freedom, and democracy, we are going to have a revolution. It's that simple. And I know that that's a difficult issue for a lot of folk. And the fact that it is obviously a difficult issue for a lot of folk is reflected in the number of people who are in this room right now. But it is nevertheless the truth. And it's important to talk about that because we can continue to have discussions that make us feel
I'm gonna have to come back to him. That's what they call themselves, the Socialist Party. Well, National Socialism, Nazi. That's what it was. But yeah, of course you can't compare that. I know. I was just making a correlation. Chairman O'Malley. Oh yeah.
Good. But won't take us anywhere. We can continue to have discussions where people come before us and make rhymes like up with hope and down with dope, and perhaps we'll feel better, but they don't take us any place. And what we have to do is come up with some kind of analysis of the reality that we are confronted with as a people, and then be able to use that analysis to change our circumstances so that they are not the kind of circumstances we find ourselves confronted with today, but what we want for ourselves and for our children in the future. So we are a revolutionary organization. We believe that if one wants to know what it will take for us to become free, all we have to do is look at history and see what it took for us to become enslaved. If we find any place in our history that we voted ourselves into slavery, then I say let's go and get together and vote ourselves the hell out of slavery. And if we can find any place in history where we sang our way into it, then let's sing our way out of it. But the reality, that is not the case, sisters and brothers. The reality is that we are going to have to cut, shoot, and bomb our way out of the circumstances that we find ourselves confronted with. And I know that's not something that everybody wants to hear, and it's not something that a lot of folk want to hear. But it's the truth nevertheless. This is not a suggestion at this meeting that once you're on your way out, we're going to be handing out AK-47s for people to go out and do your thing. The reality is I'd be extremely afraid to pass out AK-47s in the community because I'd be afraid that I'd probably become one of the first victims of the AK-47. In other words, there's a lot of work that we have to do in the interim. But having said that, having said that there's a lot of work we have to do, we have to also remember that our objective is total, absolute liberation for our people. And you can't have it any other way. There's no way that you can talk about sharing the power over your lives with somebody else and then feeling like you got a right to complain about what somebody does to you. Either you want the power or you don't. And some people are afraid of the power, and some people are not afraid of the power. In fact, actually understand and believe that we need the power, but just don't believe we're going to ever be able to get the power. And so what they will do is find themselves compromising forever with a system that has never been able to bring anything but genocide and oppression to African people, as opposed to struggling to find some way to end our relationship with this North American hell that we've been confronted with for something like 500 years today. So we're a revolutionary organization. We're a revolutionary organization that was founded in 1972 at the back of the attack on and defeat of the Black Revolution of the 60s. The Black Revolution of the 60s was one of the most consequential things that has ever occurred in this country, and it's something that we have to struggle to understand. All of us need to struggle to understand. And we need to understand it because subsequent to the defeat of the Black Revolution of the 60s, there's been a lot of historical revisionism that's been occurring in this country. And what we find is today people tell us that the 60s was not about revolution, but it was about the flower children in Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco making love and not war. They tell us it was about hippies. Or if they find themselves talking about African people in this country, what they suggest is that perhaps it has something to do with a generational thing. That a few young people were caught up by these mysterious times and got involved, and they even sometimes suggest that maybe somebody put something in the water and all of us went a little crazy. But the reality is that the 60s was a period that was characterized by the Chinese as an era within which there was great disorder under the heavens. And the reality is that revolution was the main trend.
Ever met someone who is so extremely dumb that they don't know how stupid they actually are? Ever tried to explain a new concept to someone who clearly doesn't get it? Well, you're not alone. Researchers have come up with a theory that explains why the less we know about something, the more confident we are in our ability to master it. So there's a term for Dumb and Dumber? Yes, and it is more common than you might think. Join us today as we explore the avenues of dumbness. In this episode of the Infographic Show, what is the Dunning-Kruger effect? Named after Cornell University researchers David Dunning and Justin Kruger, the Dunning-Kruger effect is a condition in the field of psychology where an intellectually challenged individual fails to adequately assess the extent of their own intelligence or lack thereof. Armed with an unhealthy bias of illusory superiority, these low-ability people cannot objectively evaluate their own mental shortcomings. In other words, they are too stupid to know how stupid they are. In 1999's study, Unskilled and Unaware of It, Dunning and Kruger studied the criminal case of MacArthur Wheeler, a bank robber who disguised himself by covering his face with lemon juice. His rationale being that the chemical properties of lemon juice are used in invisible ink, therefore should render him invisible to the bank security cameras. An easy enough mistake, and one that cost him his freedom. After he was easily caught by the cops, the wannabe thief was shown the video surveillance footage of himself robbing the banks. Genuinely surprised that his plan hadn't worked, Wheeler was without the required mental capabilities to figure out the gap in his own reasoning. Other investigations followed, and the Dunning-Kruger's 2003 paper, Why Do People Fail to Recognize Their Own Incompetence, observes the following. Successful negotiation of everyday life would seem to require people to possess insight about deficiencies in their intellectual and social skills. However, people tend to be blissfully unaware of their incompetence. This lack of awareness arises because poor performers are doubly cursed. Their lack of skill deprives them not only of the ability to produce correct responses, but also of the expertise necessary to surmise that they are not producing them. People base their perceptions of performance, in part, on their preconceived notions about their skills. A good example of the Dunning-Kruger effect in action would be the early audition rounds of a talent show open to the fame-crazy public. British pop star wannabe Warren Wald became a mini-celebrity when he auditioned for the show Pop Idol in 2003 with a rendition of the 1980s track, Eye of the Tiger. He sang the song so badly that the public adored him. Warren, who led a simple life, suddenly became a tabloid newspaper sensation. He gave interviews on television and radio, and the YouTube clip of him singing went viral. Warren had no apparent idea just how badly he sang until the nature of his fame came to light. When the penny dropped, Warren realized he was being celebrated for his guts and determination rather than his promise as a vocalist. His singing career is currently on hold. The public does have a tendency to champion underdogs, and this tends to reinforce the Dunning-Kruger effect. Studies have shown that the Dunning-Kruger effect is not limited to the mentally challenged. High-performing individuals can also overestimate their abilities. In fact, most of us do it a lot of the time. The way to break out of the habit takes bravery and a level of humility that is uncommon in most people. We have to ask for feedback from a trusted source and be prepared for an honest response. So if you feel you have a talent for singing, perhaps test your theory on a few honest people before appearing on national television. What we now call the Dunning-Kruger effect is what the scientists used to call metacognition, thinking about thinking. Perhaps the less we know about a topic, and the simpler it appears, the easier it is to ascribe some sort of understanding of it. We must be careful. We could well be one of the many Dunning-Kruger sufferers walking around blissfully ignorant of our ignorance. So, what's the dumbest thing you watched somebody do? Were they aware they were doing it, or were they blissfully ignorant? Let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other video called What Are the Signs That You Are a Psychopath? Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time!
The Dunning-Kruger effect.
We had Shout out Patronata. Ali jabbing them shits feel like hooks. The less you got stuffed in your pocketbooks, the more these politicians sound like crooks. They give me sloppy looks. They gave us nothing, had to hustle, same way coffee cooked. Early morning grinding, trying to help these niggas wake up. Etch sketch flows, I got the shit to shake up. Niggas switching clothes, even seen them switch they face up. But these clowns can never really switch they makeup, fam, it's in your jeans. Fuck is that machine? My triple beam on the biggest scheme. I'm on these waves, don't expect a hand clap, cause you swim upstream. I'm expecting sand traps, I'll be in the green. If we talking greenbacks, I'm back in the black. They had the formula since Similac. Delicate flows under heavy metal bars, but they still intact. So what's a nigga to do when you call the police, but the trigger's on you? Shit crazy, man. Said, what's a nigga to do? Cause I be screaming black, they'll beat me to blue. Put it on TV, then tell you what's true. So what's a nigga to do? Said, what's a nigga to do? When I call the police, put the triggers on. Pull Pull up on them shining, CC Winers with the C-notes, redefining everything. The black man denotes, I could devote time. How many times I rewrote lines to get it perfect? Miss me with inertia, I'm on dirt. You won't need assumptions, guarantee with my assertion. We gon' see if you got gumption. We gon' see if you gon' play it smart or you gon' be on dumb shit. Wrong answer, we gon' dump shit. Break you up on some speed bump shit, on some ski jump shit. I'm taking flight cause all my flows cold, setting bars, no pole vote. I never blow smoke unless it's unleaded, I guess. You won't see my words, no unedited stress goes on wax, I mean. So tell me, what's a nigga to do when you call the police but the trigger's on you? What's a nigga to do? Cause I be screaming black, they'll beat me to blue. Put it on TV, then tell you what's true. So what's a nigga to do? Said what's a nigga to do?
Considering Nissan Murano, compare it with the 2018 Ford Edge Sport. You may be surprised.
Why you wanna catch my eye? You already know that I'm taking.
Nah, like really.
How you pass due on payments and I'm seeing you on vacation?
Nah, like really.
How you gonna make us great? We were never really that amazing.
Nah, like really.
Take it back to what? I don't find hanging black lives entertaining.
Nah, like really.
How do you police the streets of a neighborhood you do not engage in?
Nah, like really.
Why brother get 3 for a sack and your brother go free for a raping?
Nah, like really.
How you make a film about Egypt with all eating roast Caucasian?
Nah, like really.
How you saying all lives matter when the stats saying we are not adjacent? Some of you got it all wrong like a sign on the line, but I didn't read the form and the fine print is all about the times we mourn and the color of my skin, and I gotta be strong. Hand me down face it that I was reborn when I take my last breath that you let me breathe on. As of right now, we supposed to be pals. How we supposed to get along?
Not like really.
This now want the effort though, all about force and measure though.
Not like really.
Why am I forced to let it go? Clean your message though, I mean.
Not like really.
You take jobs to Mexico, pay us less and less though.
Not like really.
And promise to bring them back and that problem got the vote, I mean. Not like really, 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 really. I be on the grind all day, I don't pay mine to the day.
Not like really.
Miss call vibrate, I find most times it go away.
Not like really.
I don't talk blue in the face, just to make movement in place.
Not like really.
Out of breath, watching upper man steps and you wonder why you're losing the race.
Not like really.
I was sleeping on floors, making bread instead of bed on chores, man.
Not like really.
If you ain't never cried about a loss, don't speak about the situation you're in.
Not like really.
And I ain't got a big deal, but I'm still a big deal, and I'm feeling poor, eh?
Not like really.
Yeah, you got a big deal, running on a big wheel, I ain't with extort, eh? Yeah, I'm independent and I make a hella noise and I never let a woman turn a hella into Troy. Got no suckers in the circle that pretend to be boys. I don't let them in the stitching out the center beat chords. Chilling in the cut, really feeling voids. When we get it muted and they really need a voice. We just pick between the evils and the levels in the last. People tired and they really need a voice.
Not like really.
This now want the effort though, all about force and measure though.
Not like really.
This that con collective flow, dumb right, wrong, correctional.
Not like really.
Enough about peace and blessings, bro. I want that deeper message though.
Not like really.
If you want top that surface, drop that lesson though. Preach. Really, 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 really. Nah, really.
Just another day in these filthy, sweet Atlanta streets. Back on the greenback hunt. One for the money and two for the loot. You want to run with the bull, best tie your shoes. I make all your dreams and nightmares
real these days. No fear, no shame. Let's get this straight. Ain't no that. See, triumph come from dying, some enjoy come from crying, sometimes healing come from killing. Rich shit, nigga shit, climb on up, die for rich shit, new shit, climb on up, never go to rich shit, little shit, climb on up, die for rich shit, little shit, climb on up, never go to Yamba. You was the man that I was down, you don't know Yamba. I got it, say I'm my finals out the zoo. What's the price of love? Can't think about that, might take me to it. I roll it dice. Baby need a new pair of shoes, famous overnight. And so these people don't get my dues, came up in a truck. Gotta build my finals out the zoo. What's the price of love? Okay, look, pay dues, no more fake news. I'ma do everything that they said that I can't do. Miss me with that artificial baby. I ain't fooled by the filters of the angle. You don't know yourself when you're coming to some wealth. You the type to let it change you. I say make money, don't let money make you. Motherfucker, let it talk about $1 ever wanted like it ever matter. Whether I sit back and can let it dead or I bet you thought you ever educated or I bet you thought you escape the mess and line to yourself. You the greatest actor. Round of applause, giving out toothpaste, cancel that clause. Life is a cartoon, I did not draw. Taking hiatus with an napalm. Always had a certain intent to qual. Pull up with your feet like excuse my friends. But what you thought? Boule, boo, boo, stay out there. One says, take no days off. Ain't no falling that I can't stop what you get. I'm you pussy thought that I was down. No, I gotta say that more.
Get a taste of the Atlantic with Lay's Taste of America. Learn more at lays.com.
Yeah, I wore them. I wore my Air Force Ones yesterday, bro. I ain't even lying to you. I had them shits on yesterday with a white Nike shirt. Yeah, bitches all scuffed up now. I still rock them though. I need to clean them motherfuckers. Yeah, I got a Twitch account. Nobody follows me on. I don't have any Twitch followers though. Sometimes when I stream my video games, I'll stream it on Twitch, but like I said, nobody don't watch that shit. Most of my viewers come from YouTube, so I kind of just stay on here. There's not much left to this shirt, but it is going to be more going back and forth between colors. So I think I'm going to just take a break right here. It's getting kind of late. What time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. And I've been here for almost 3.5 hours. I might just go play some video games now for a little while. Oh my god, bro. I'm playing at Ghost Recon Wildlands. And so they got the permadeath mode on there now where it's ghost mode. So, holy shit. So no matter how much progress you make in the game, if you die, you're dead and you lose all your progress and you have to start over. Yo, what up? And so I got all the way to the last mission and died trying to complete the last mission. It said I played it for 24 hours and 37 minutes to get that far. 24 hours and 37 minutes. And then I fucking died. That shit pissed me off so bad, yo. I was gonna pre-order it today, but I didn't even bring my canvases and shit up. I spent like $200 on some other shit today, so I didn't get the game. I'll probably get on that, I don't know, I might do that VR shit for a little while. That's the last game I got, was that Firewall 0 Hour, the VR shooter. That shit is dope. I haven't played it in a couple days because I've been playing Ghost Recon, trying to beat the fucking ghost mode, and I died again. I'm not doing that shit anymore, man. Got me some new brushes, some new small brushes, and some commission canvases.
With Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can compete from your seat. Play today at your favorite bar or restaurant. Express Sports. Compete from your...
I got fucking... I picked up 10 canvases, 4 brushes, and I got 3 shirts. Just got me a couple new shirts, like one button-up shirt and a couple t-shirts. But yeah, I spent like $200 today just on... mostly on art supplies, which is not bad. But I'm doing a commission, so the down payment that I got from the commission, I just turned around and bought art supplies with it. That's normally what I do with my commission down payments. You have to give me $200 before I start a project for you. Normally I take that $200 and I go buy art supplies with it. And then whatever's left on the commission payment, I'll put that in the bank. Alright, I'm gonna hit this thing one more time. I'm gonna take my ass downstairs. I'm gonna go veg out and play some video games for a minute. I don't know, I might order that fucking... pre-order that Battlefield 5 so I can go ahead and get on the beta. It comes out when? September? I don't know if I should go to GameStop and get a hard copy or do it digital. I don't normally buy digital games. Most of the digital games I own are free downloads from PlayStation Plus. Like, that's the main way I get my download games are free. So I think, I don't know, man, I could go download it now and just pre-order on the download, or I can just wait till tomorrow and just run up to GameStop and pre-order a hard copy. Yeah, like my whole collection, anytime I purchase some shit, it's normally hard copy. No, she's sitting, oh, you can't see her. She has to dry a little bit before I can put another layer of paint. So what my plans are is I'm going to put one layer of paint on this canvas and then set this to the side and then come back to this project. But I put, this is 2 layers of paint. Now I need to put maybe 1 or 2 more layers, but basically everything is just kind of drying right now. So once it dries good enough, I'll come back to it, and then I'll put it. See, I'm getting. Yeah, see that shit is fucking paint is coming off on me. So that's why I try to keep several canvases going at one time, because they do need time to dry. I'll put a layer on here, set it down, let it dry, get another canvas, put a layer on that shit, set it down, get another canvas, put a layer on that shit, and try to keep it in rotation like that, so I'm always working on something and not waiting for a piece to dry. Because if this was the only painting I was working on, then I'll be sitting here for 2 days with like nothing to fucking do. What are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna wait for that layer of paint to dry before I get to the next one. Like, nah, start another fucking painting. Don't wait on one fucking painting. Start another one. Yeah, so it's looking good. 2 layers of paint. I'd say maybe 1 or 2 more layers. Just want to get more highlights and details in her face. Definitely some highlights in her hair. Make her skin tone look a little bit more natural. And get that light to come through that window some more. And there's a little bit of detailing here on the mirror and her dresser stand. But the background is kind of plain. It's just, just a bedroom. There's nothing really fancy or elaborate going on in the background. So I'm just really just focusing on her skin tones and, that expression on her face. Yeah, this is going to be a really good piece. So, like I said, I'm working on that piece. This is a commission that I'm working on, and this is wet too. So I just put a layer of paint on the background today. So I'm waiting on that to dry a little bit before I work on this some more. So as I said, that's 2 paintings that's wet. I can't really do anything with them. Shit, go to another canvas and work on that for a little bit. Stay busy. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, stay busy. But this is, like I said, this is a paid commission, so that's awesome. So this is actually my main focus, since this is for a client. Is once again, I just have to wait for it to dry. There's like nothing I can do. So. But everybody knows that all my clients know, like, you're not going to get a painting in a week. It doesn't happen like that. My paintings take a few weeks to get done, but when they're done, they're fucking art. It's artwork. It's masterful. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Old thickums. Old thick, pretty thing. Just about to get out of here too, bro. Got to go get the meds. I feel you. Shit, I've been here 3.5 hours. I'm about to go get on the game for a little while. Damn, you gotta paint everywhere. trying to straighten up here real quick. But you guys already know, I'll be back here in the morning. I'll be back here in the morning. Like I said, I'll finish the bottom half of this shirt and start working on the books. I'm just gonna block the books in and not even attempt writing the letters on it yet. Doing the lettering will probably be some of the last stuff I do in there. And I was gonna do something different with the background, but I'll probably keep the background that's in the photograph. And I'm gonna use my paint knife, so it's gonna be a lot of paint and a lot of heavy knife work going on tomorrow. So we'll see how that turns out. You guys know I always appreciate you coming in here, keeping me company, and checking out the progress on these portraits. Peace. Till next time.